right along.
Hunter Green has a shutout into the ninth inning.
Nice.
So that F-bomb you hear will be the Cubs beating him in the ninth.
All right, so you heard that, guys. So if you heard an F-bomb, but at least 30 seconds, okay? Don't pull a Dalton and goes like right away. That's always lovely. You can just hear an F-bomb in the first 10 seconds. You open up the window and it's like, what the heck? But anyway, all right, guys, what's going on? I see Jay's already trolling, or is that really Jay? I can't tell anymore. He never comes on the channel. He rarely shows on the chat, so it could be imposter. But I'm joined by Eric Breen. Geekeasy right now. Jeff is gonna be like a couple minutes, 10 to 20 minutes late. Zach's a wild card. We have no idea if he's gonna show up or not. He just kind of like shows up like what was that guy? Was it Don Rickles? He just walks in. All right. Jay saying spoiler Bankman gives a Batman 10 stars out of, like, well, you're half correct. There's no 1 in the score.
So, do you know who Chipper Jones is?
No.
He's a Hall of Fame third baseman. He was posting a James Woods post.
Yeah.
We've all made jokes at Jimmy Kimmel's expense, but Mr. Kimmel is a fellow artist, and I am in fact heartbroken to see the way he's been treated. I believe he is, in his heart of hearts, a good and decent fellow, devoid of malice and hate. Just kidding, Jimbo. Eat shit.
Oh, that one. Yeah, somebody quote tweeted that.
Yeah, Chipper Jones, a Hall of Fame baseball player. Guess we know what side of the fence he's on.
James Wood had basically said something like that too.
No, that's it. He was posting James Wood's.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah. I didn't read it. I saw the thing. I thought James Wood.
And he goes for a second. He goes halfway through the tweet. Yeah. I thought James Wood got hacked. Then nope, that's him. Hall of Fame post.
Nice. All right. We gotta give enough time for people to come in 2 minutes, but we'll get this started. Yeah, I thought it was James Woods. That's why I posted in Sports Ball.
I thought yes, it was.
I thought James Woods said that. I didn't read it correctly, and I was like, "Damn, James Woods is going to savage." But
no, you read it correctly. That was his post.
Yeah, so it wasn't Chipper Jones. It was just James.
No,
Woods.
Chipper Jones was responding to it. Because James Woods a conservative, in that he's reading that post. He must have gotten hacked until he saw the last line where he said, "Just kidding, Jimbo, eat shit."
Oh.
Son of a buck. 1 out to go. Can he do it?
All right. All right. Our monthly issue of Walking Dead came out this week. Issue 121, part 7 of 12. Didn't get the cover I wanted. Ended up getting basically a reprint or redoing of the original cover. So hoping to get the cover A, but they're also all of it. Yeah, because I like the newer art on the other one. Plus, if you're just getting a book that's reprinted color, sometimes it's nice to get a different color cover than the original art. Alrighty then. All right, let's get on to the books of the week, man. Number 8, the bottom of the pile. Only got it because I'm probably gonna try and flip it soon. If not, I got the J. Scott Campbell cover. So I figured, you know what? I'll at least get the cover. People pay for J. Scott Campbell's art. They'll. So I went in. I was like, oh, and I immediately was reminded. Oh, that's why I didn't want to get it. It's fucking Zeb Wells, and Greg Capullo doing the art. I don't know what Capullo is doing. If he's going for in this book, if he's going for what's his name? Michael Keaton. I'm not sure if he's going for Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne look there, but
nice.
It was just a horrible story all the way through. Deadpool doing his lame jokes and just So Deadpool and Batman team up to go against the Joker. The Joker kind of and basically somehow Deadpool being a little bit smarter than Batman by figuring out where a clue first before Batman does. It was just horrendous. And making jokes. He makes the stupid joke about, oh, so he says like bumpy ride. They should use a gravel in these. So he says. Uh, basically the joker is basically he says, don't worry, there's more for that came from. But seriously, I'm getting beat up here. This thing wasn't built for 2A. And he says, oh yes, the boy wonder fighting crime. With a shapely young boy, safe to assume you've already heard every joke I could make about that. I'm like, yeah, why is it even in there? The whole why is it? It's a complete mess. No, Jay's getting butthurt because Figment doesn't praise the thing I like. No, Deadpool has never been funny. The where Deadpool's been popular with Ryan Reynolds. That's about it. You could say when he first debuted, that was probably a much better version. So, but overall, Capullo is probably the best thing on this entire first story. Not worth this entire book is not worth the $7. And the next story is by Chip Zdarsky with Terry Dodson, basically making it look good. Once again, you have artists that are making the story look good, but the stories are kind of mid or mediocre. We got Wonder Woman who walks in on Steve Rogers, who's got a gun to Hitler's head, and Steve's conflicted about, oh, I should kill him. He murdered a lot of my friends, and Wonder Woman has to talk him down. What the fuck is this bullshit? Steve would never do that, and he's written on a character. So, all right, Jeff's here, right on time. Was just not a fan of this. I mean, you get to see Wonder Woman teaming up with the Justice League and the Avengers taking on Galactus, and Batman and Diana kind of hanging out, and then it looks like a young daughter. I'm not sure, but basically, if they basically the League and Avengers were basically like in the same world. And of course, it ends with basically like him praising her. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, Wonder Woman." He's like, "See, Steve, he's like, you saved my life all those years again, because I would have killed Hitler without you. Been there." I just didn't care for the story. I mean, like I said, the art is probably the best part of the whole entire of that little story. Terry Dodson art, beautiful. Yeah. Of course, then we get into probably is the best story of this whole entire book. Crypto and Jeff. This is Kelly Thompson, and just two basically pals having fun. But like I said, overall, it was okay. It was not. It's not worth the $7. And then we got into what we got here. Kevin Smith's. Randomly, we have the Hand fighting against Daredevil and Green Arrow, and they have their own little self dialogue, and so they come across each other. They have no idea who they are. Nice double page spread, but like I said, you're just thrown into the middle of a story here, and then they kind of make their little quips. Adam Kubert's art is probably, as I said, there's a theme going through this whole entire book. The art is like the best thing of this whole entire book. You're paying a book for art. Yeah. But like I said, it's one of those concluded stories where a lot of it doesn't make sense. And hey, if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. Like I said, I felt like I was just paying for an art gallery, and I kind of knew that going into this. I was like, because I originally was not going to pick it up, but then I was looking. I was like, you know what? I'll at least get the J. Scott Campbell art, on the cover. No, that is not the case with all the comics, bro. There's a lot of good books out there with good writers out there right now. You know, I don't buy comic books just for the good art. I buy it for the story too, for the writer. If you're going blindly going in because I like this artist and you hate the writer, you're doing it wrong. So then we get a stupid story where Hal Jordan gives Rocky Raccoon his ring, and then it's just one thing after another, and it leads to Parallax, and he has the Infinity Gauntlet, and then look, it just gets better. Frank Miller just doing a Batman versus Wolverine, Dark Knight Returns. It's like I don't know how Frank Miller still gets work at Marvel. It's like they're appeasing their grandfather, who's basically like not all there, and like, oh yeah, here you go, you can just color this, Grandpa. Okay, go do this, Yeah, yeah. And then of course we get ads for books, so I'm not gonna read. But Age of Revolution Overture, what the heck? But oh yeah, more advertisements for other stuff. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, and then somehow, and I guess, is Denise Camp writing this Ultimate Endgame? I guess I'm not sure. They list Jonathan Hickman, Brian Hill, Peach Momoko, Denise Camp, Chris Condon. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of done with Marvel at this point, except for Ghost Machine, or not Ghost Machine. Ghost. Moon Knight. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. But overall, if you went into this thinking this was going to be a really great comic book, a lot of people online were basically pissed because they got scammed. They're paying $7 for this. But yeah, I give it a. If I could give it a 0 out of 10, I would. But I'll be nice and I'll give it a 1. All right, on to the better books of the week. Number 7, Vampirella Armageddon. Vampirella is being written by Tom Snigoski or Snigoski, as you can tell. Not written by the horrible. I don't know who that is. It's not Christopher Priest anymore. Maybe it's James Ollie. I don't know. In the other series, which is complete trash. This is actually a good Vampirella story, and Vampirella is written in character. So. So basically, she was if you have not read Adventures of Vampirella from all the years ago, they continued that back in 2019. It came back with another 25 more issues, and then they go into another Vampirella Strikes and continue the story where basically the Earth was basically like just taken over by the Chaos Gods, and Vampirella returned to life, and now the humans live amongst all the monsters, the creatures of the night, and Vampirella started investigating basically creature lower level of beings that are being abducted and humans are being taken, and she got thrown into a portal in hell because that's where they're being taken. So in this, she runs into last we saw she was eaten by a hellworm, and it's basically feeding on her. In there she runs into another guy is and his name is I think it's Walker, I think is in. But in reality, he's actually he's Cain from the Bible. The guy who was cursed after he killed his brother in this series. God cursed him to basically live, be immortal. Can never die. So, meanwhile, back on Earth, outside of hell, her friends are looking for her, and they come across 2 werewolves that are basically like promising people a better life, and by basically shipping the hell. They don't know that, but they expose it. And got a cool little battle scene here. Werewolves versus werewolves. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Cheeseburger Comics? Yeah. So I said, like, this is instead of Vampirella being a villain, like she is in the Christopher Priest story ongoing, and basically just having random sex with Michael B. Jordan every other issue. This was her actually being a hero and actually wanting to save people. instead of killing all her supposed friends and ex-lovers. But yeah. So if you're a Vampiro fan, this is the book for it. Also, she says here, I hate puppets. When I said that, I was like, what the heck? Because she basically because the guy said like, yeah, you gotta defeat these monsters. Because the Hellworm realizes we're trying to escape, and now he's basically using his former consumed victims and turning them into puppets. And she's like, I hate puppets. And then we get to see some other villains we haven't seen in a while, and yeah, it's been prophesized that she'd become insane, and because there was a war going on in hell for power, struggling for power, and it's basically been prophesized that she'll be like the new queen. So very fun book. Number 6 this week is Battle Beast. Kirkman is just having fun with this, and Ryan Onley even more fun, just drawing the gore and all stuff. If you like Invincible. It's literally a character from Invincible, Battle Beast, who's basically a warrior who he left his people because he has his bloodlust, and he wants to basically fight, and he's been seeking out the galaxy for someone to kill him. So he met up with this guy who was a prince from this other planet, and he's only kept him alive because the guy said, "Well, yeah, you can go free my people, and maybe you'll find your glorious death." So they get there. I got this the monster he killed and rescued the little dude from. That's the monster's sister. She took over and she basically invaded this guy's world and explains basically a backstory of the two monsters when they took over. The guy was a prince and he's like, nothing to worry about and stuff. My parents will handle this. Within a week his parents are dead. And he's like, we'll hide in the bunker, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it, And then they don't want to find us. And then it turns out he's betrayed by his people, and they just basically he gets eaten, and he finds his parents are basically still alive inside the belly of the beast, and they transfer their remaining life force power to him. And then it's basically him recalling this as they walk to basically the palace, and even the ship is kind of like the former AI from the ship is now inside this guy's exosuit body. Because he had lost his legs and stuff, his arm, and the ship was kind of dude, you're so freaking cold hearted. It's because the Battle Beast keeps going he shows no remorse, no feelings, and he says you have no idea what I want, who I am. He says I have been there's so much I could easily give my bloodlust, but the reason I don't have a care for your feelings or wants because I'm battling myself, keep me from this murdering you, being pointless murder. But then, the ship is dude, I've seen you lie on the floor of the ship and fall into a slumber almost immediately. It seems to me like you control your rage real well. If you can relax enough to fall asleep, it seems like you can relax enough to not be a rude piece of shit all the times. And then he laughs and he's like, "Computer, I think I maybe started to like you, And of course, when they finally get to the palace there, they come across somebody. They recognize the prince, and he is it's, hey, you gotta go into the dungeon. That's where this bitch is. You're gonna kill. And earlier in the issues, the prince basically had met a witch that used to serve his family and give him a healing potion. So he's gonna be getting his limbs back. So he's finally gets out of the exosuit, and he's like, oh yeah, I've got my legs back. My arms grown back. And he's like, I'm great. And then he gets stepped on by the queen. And of course, this pisses off Battle Beast. He's like, dude, he actually, that's my friend, and oh, you like me, you really like me. So basically, he's like, yeah, I killed your fucking brother, and you'll be easy. I'll be wearing your hide next. So, no. So, as I said, this has just been a fun book. All right, getting on to the top 5. All right, number 5 this week is Justice League Red. A solid Ahmed. book. It's in my top 5. This is weird. I don't like it. Basically, in this issue, we get introduced to Cyborg, and now joins the team while he's recruited by Red Tornado. Red Tornado tricks him into stealing some kind of security chip, saying that that was stolen property. But turns out, as he learns towards the end, that Red Tornado lied to him, and now he's kind of pissed. You get to see a Cyborg who's totally awesome, and do his Cyborg stuff. And basically, as he goes up to the ship that where Red Tornado has little outpost that's hidden from the Justice League, and Power Girl is kind of pissed, and she's like, "Dude, how come I can't see inside your ship? It's blocking my X-ray vision, all this stuff, all my senses, And she wants to know what's going on. And in the last issue, she said, like, "Dude, you lied to us, totally restoring our weapon." In the last issue, but turns out it was not a weapon. It was a device, a robot that was feeding a bunch of people, providing food, and they're all getting pissed up. Probably the best thing really about this book I really enjoyed is they call her Kara, or they don't call her which one, Paige, whatever. But that was really cool. So he explains to him, it's like he's like, I have like this sixth sense, right now I can basically see a possible future or a destruction of our world, and I need you guys to destroy, to do these things because it's for the better of the good, But art's been really good too. Clayton Henry's been doing the art here. Power Girl's been, let's just say that she's exceptionally good. And Cyborg even kind of snubs Simon Baz. It's like, it just like it doesn't really recognize him as being, a good hero or basically like someone worthy of his attention. Yeah. But so basically those two go off planet because they're supposed to save Red Canary, who's basically being kidnapped, and she stays behind. And Red Tornado basically says, like, I want to show you something that that you need to see. And he's like, there's nothing you can show me that maybe you believe you, And at the end, we get to see her parents are still alive somehow, and they call her Kara because she's Kara from the other Earth. She's not. She's from Earth 2. She's not called Paige, She's not called Karen. They call her Kara in this. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna let this cook for a while and as the kids say, and I'll give it another issue. I mean, once eventually, if Saladin Ahmed starts throwing in self-insert politics and all stuff, I'll drop the book. But this has actually been a fun series so far. 2 issues in. It's almost like he has an editor, right? Like there's an editor at DC says, yeah, you gotta do a decent story. All right, getting on to number 4 for this week. Number 4 is G.I. Joe. Issue number 11. The Baroness versus Baron Blood, I guess his name is. And there was like, I guess they're really trying to basically like hype it up that she's gonna lose her eye. Because she had basically taken his eye in their previous issues, and now he wants revenge. He basically kidnapped her and CoverGirl while they're in Paris, and basically had them fight. CoverGirl ends up escaping. They go protect her parents. The Baroness' parents are in France, and they haven't seen contact with her in a while, and basically they're being as a threat, not a hostage, but like. The guy said, like, if you don't do this, I'm going to kill your parents. Meanwhile, we got Clutch, and I believe that is, it's not Flint. I forgot what his name is here. But basically, they basically were about to be attacked by Cobra soldiers. They went to go look for weapons, and the guy followed Clutch in here. And Hound reveals himself, and now the guy's like, "What the fuck is it going on here? Like, you have one of those machines with you? You know, we gotta tell Duke." And he's like, "Duke, don't tell Duke." You know. Um. So, and so they basically end up taking out the Cobra guys, and Hound basically is like, he basically makes note that the energon weapons they're using is crappily diluted energon, but because he needs energon, he said this will do so for now. And they take as many guns as they can, and they end up basically going back to camp. Meanwhile, we got the Baroness and Baron Blood basically fighting against each other. Yeah, Eric is watching football. And overall, as like I said, this has been a fun book. The guy ends up getting, not only gets his ass kicked again. Hey, it's Zach. I told you, it's a wild card. We don't ever know who's going to show up.
I got a question.
What's up?
I turned on, I clicked on the video so I could, comment. And a little thing popped up and said, "You are at the Geeky Puppet Show."
Oh, that?
Respectful stuff. I said, "Got it." So what the hell is that?
So that's a thing you can add on to the thing, live streams.
You did that?
I did that.
You're an idiot.
No, just because you disagree with me doesn't make me an idiot.
Yes, it does.
Because it said, what does it say? It says,
be disrespectful. Not
it
a chance.
It says, don't be disrespectful.
But I had to click on it to get in. That's totalitarianism. If you have to capitulate to you just to get to your goddamn stream, it's not worth it.
So you consented. So you consented. So quit complaining.
Just so I could tell them I wasn't paying attention to your dribble.
What did I wander into? I should have stayed
Just
off.
another day.
The old man who hates change.
Just another day at the GPS.
The GPS. Oh my
Right,
God,
right.
funny. I never put that together. How's it going, everybody?
You're doing all right. Zach, I hope you read your books. Gonna spoil them.
Tater.
I haven't read any. I read 2 books. I think one was from last week.
Well, I'm in the middle of spoiling G.I. Joe.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm in the kitchen, so I can't. I'm not at my computer, so I'll grin and bear it. Okay.
I'll just say somebody loses an iron issue.
Oh, I know who that is.
So
I bet I know who that is, unless they're really altering wildly the lore.
So now it's G.I.less Joe.
Oh, gosh. Who left my dad on the stream?
yeah.
Oh, your dad's cool too?
At the end of this, Cover Girl and Baroness are now have a more refound respect for one another, and they agree the next time they go on vacation that Baroness says, like, you get to choose a destination, and then we'll put your parents in danger. And then basically, Chrome Dome, Destro. I always call him Chrome Dome because
get his name right.
Destro and Cobra Commander basically come to realization, and even though he's like, you're hiding for secrets, but from now on, I don't care about your secrets. As long as you're, if you want to experiment on my soldiers, ask me, and I'll ask for volunteers. You know. And then back at the pit, who was the guy that was with Clutch? Do you remember?
That's you mean the Autobot?
Not the Autobot, the other guy, the guy who's like the new team of there's.
Oh, Risk. I think it was the guy.
Risk, yeah, Risk.
Yeah,
Is that his name? Is Risk?
Yeah, he's a newer guy.
Yeah, because I kept wanting to say Flint, but I know it's not Flint. Because anyway, him and Risk Risk now knows about Hound, and they agree not to tell Duke about it. And Duke's kind of questions like, "Where are you guys? And why you look so beat up?" And then when he sees Cover Girl and Baron's come back, and he's like, "Why do you have a black eye?" I was like, and no reason, and like he's like, "I don't even want to know. I'm gonna take a vacation." And then you see, well, I guess they're gonna start a new GI Joe team or book, maybe.
Yeah, I believe they've been dropping hints that they're gonna have.
So at the end of this, Night Force is basically told to stand down because Baroness showed up. they were basically if she didn't show up, they were gonna go and he was gonna send Flint, Lady J,
Lady J. There was like Beachhead, I think.
Beachhead, yeah, and then the Go Killer. But instead they said you're gonna go break out your next recruit out of prison, Craig Jones, aka Shooter.
Yeah, I kind of dig that. Actually,
Yeah.
It's like X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue. I kind of dig that.
All right, but that was my number. That was my number 4. I'm number 3 this week.
How many books did you get this week, by the way?
About like 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's about what I got.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, but I also picked up some back issues.
I did not do much.
Well, I had a bunch of in-store credit at my shop because I've been selling books, so I was like, I have $300 in in-store credit. So I was like, I started picking up some small back issues, and then I got myself an omnibus. All right, number 3 is Dick Tracy. It's just another fantastic issue. Just proves that Dick Tracy and Matt, is just it's better than 99% of the Marvel and DC books out this week. And rightfully so, because it's actually just been so much fun from beginning to end. And well, okay, we have I want to say the Soka sisters, but it's not that. The two, what are they called? The Summer sisters. Summer sisters rob this place, and turns out, like as Dick Tracy says, like they're targeting a specific guy, criminal who owns all these different joints. So, and then we also get a report from Tess went to the dockyard to figure out more about who came off the ship and stuff, and turns out it was actually like a Nazi spy that came out over. And so basically, as
There's Nazi plot.
Yep.
As bad guys.
Yep. And so after learning everything that's going on with this, he ends up going he says the other day the sisters hit an import dock was controlled by Caprice. Why target him and him alone unless? So he goes over to I believe it was what was his name? The guy the black guy who owns the diner, the restaurant club. Was it?
I don't remember his name.
Fangs. He goes to Fangs Club and he says, he's like, dude, Fangs tries to be like Turk tries to put up like you got a problem with Crime City? Then you can figure it out. Get up. I'm not doing shit for you. And he's like, here, let me see your boss. Of course, runs into her again. The one, and he says like, yeah, why are the Summer sisters targeting your dad's stuff or your dad's enemy? Because if you forgot that she's actually Breathless's dad is Manless or Manlip or what it was. I can't remember what his name was.
I'll say her dad is Manless.
Her dad is a gangster.
Yeah,
I know it's a weird name. So, so he wants to know why they have some vendetta against your dad, and she basically kicks him out of the club. Only after Trueheart basically steps in, and is like, ahem. He's like, I think this would be a good time to leave, And she's like, dude, will you forget that cheap hood for a minute? I found something. He's like, yeah. Pat had a hunch about Summer sisters not being from around here. I dug into international imports ships, and there's one thing that came through the past month from Germany. He's like, and then the manifest is a one-person light, somebody who stayed from the ship in the state is in Sin City, and a person named Nothel. And he thinks like Nothel could be a spy. He goes, he gets with the other guy from before, the other guy who's basically his new partner until the dude heals up. They go into the place, they kick it down, and they discover the Nazi war medal in there. And I realize that the guy hasn't been here for a long time. And it's basically you get another flashback of him in World War II, or no, it was World War. No, it's World War I, right?
I think it would have been World War I believe. Oh no, that's a Nazi. Maybe it was two.
because when he was Tracy in World War One or World War Two? I always get confused because I thought it was World War Two, and this is like 1950s, but this is
If it's in the 50s, he would have been in too.
I'm not sure. Breen, do you remember when this takes place? Was it the 40s?
What?
Dick Tracy. Does this take place in the
40s? Yeah.
So then the Dick Tracy, remembering from World War
More
One.
than likely World War One.
Okay, I got confused because I thought it was like the 1950s, but anyway, basically he's reminded of a flashback when his commanding officer told Tracy need to leave, because I need to interrogate this soldier, and the things I have to do are not very nice, and you can't handle it, so it gets so basically they find a notepad with the thing scribbled off that's ripped off, and it says Air France to Paris 5 p.m. station. So as he goes there, he's racing to the airport. The Summer Sisters come up against him and pretty soon try to run him off the road. He's like, I don't have time for this shit. He shoots the tire out, leaving them stranded, and races to the airport. Only after his car flips a few times. And here's the thing about it. His car flips a few times, and he's able to drive it still.
Cars were made different.
I know.
That old metal body, none of that cheap carbon fiber nonsense.
Yeah. Miles Away is asking on Twitter, is the new Daredevil good or not? I dipped out after Zdarsky left the book. I have not been reading the new Daredevil. I couldn't tell you.
I read 1 or 2 issues, but I didn't read long.
I didn't like. I read like the first issue. And I didn't like Solomon writing on there.
Solid enough, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but ironically though, I've been reading the Justice League Red that he's been writing, and that's been a fun story.
I did. That is a back issue. I did get the first issue of that. 1 and 2.
The Cyborg is introduced in the second issue. He joins the team.
Yeah, I saw him on the cover.
Yeah, so it was a really fun book. Anyway, so as he gets there, he realizes that the plane's already taken off because he only had 30 minutes to get there. And the Summer Sisters basically screwed him over. So he realizes, well, there's one way to catch up to him. He's going to go book a flight to Paris. So then Trueheart shows up. It's like, what are you doing? Don't tell me you're going on vacation without me. And she basically worms her way in.
Is this Dick Tracy or the Rocketeer?
I don't know, but it feels that way. She's like,
Page are showing up. You're like, where are you going?
Yeah, it seems that whatever his friend Carl, who was basically who was killed, spy, so caught up. It involves us in the city, and I need you to find out what it was. She's like, you also need someone to watch your back. He's like, no, it could be too dangerous. He's like, don't you talk down to me, danger or not. You said yourself we're together. And this seems like they fall under that. You're alone. Pat is in the hospital, for God's sake. Besides, better look up for you than a woman who loves you. He's like, then it's settled. They kiss in the sunlight and as the sun's going down. But then we're revealed to the villain at the end, who's in Paris right now, or I should Germany, say Berlin, Germany, and Lips Manless is waiting there. He got he's tipped off that Dick Tracy's on his way there. And man, that guy's got lips. Yeah.
Man lips. I thought you said man lips.
No, it is man lips, but he has three. It should be man lips because his bottom lip is huge.
Okay.
He looks like a fat version of oh man, like Norman Osborn with a giant 30 under chin. So yeah. But overall, that's pretty good. We get a preview for Ryan Parrott's book. It killed everybody but me. Number 1, in the back. It's okay. I don't know if I'll pick it up though. I might maybe when it's done. But like I said, it's a very good book. You okay there, Zach?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I just put the microphone on mute for a second. I'm cooking dinner right now.
Well, it wasn't on mute. I'm just saying you were pushing it around.
Oh, doggone it. I bet it's on the other microphone instead of the headset. Son of a gun! You had superior intelligence, my left butt.
I was like, it sounded like it was the phone was next to your butt because of the noises.
No.
There we go. How's that? That's probably better. That's the scary thing is, okay, so that's how good my desktop microphone is, because I'm in the kitchen like 15 feet away and it's still picking up what I'm saying.
What are you in now? The desktop?
No, now I'm on my headset.
Okay, your desktop you sound so much clearer. Now you sound like you're on the radio.
Are you serious? Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't work here. I just come here to talk comics.
You know, yeah, it sounds like when we were doing a commentator for like the sports and stuff. That's what it sounds like a little bit when you hear them in the booth. They got the headset on for like NASCAR.
I kind of like that, actually. So maybe that works out better. I don't know.
I don't know. The other one just sounded like I said much more clear.
Let us know, chat. Which microphone do you prefer? This one or the one that I was using? Make a poll, Vic. Then you love doing that. Make a poll.
I don't like poll. What are you talking about? That's the other guy. Number 2 this week is Batman and Robin. Year 1, issue number 11. Another series that Zach is missing out on.
There are so many.
Honestly, since you now become the trade guy, you should pick up the trade.
I am becoming the trade guy. Probably will. This is the Mark Waid one, right? Or is this
This is the Mark Waid.
Okay.
Chris Samney.
Chris Samney, that's it.
So we left off for basically like Bruce Wayne was framed for embezzlement, fraud, and all that stuff. You know, he was arrested. Dick Grayson, because of this, was basically kicked from his care and thrown into another foster home. So Bruce kind of is talking to Alfred. He kind of feels like, well, maybe Dick Grayson's better off with somebody else. Batman's always been to start off a select and should be a select. So he's running into basically the whole city is basically been taken over by a bunch of Clayface people who basically are giving Clayface his powers, Manhagan's powers, but it's unstable. And the thing about that is Bruce figures it out. He kind of wants to, like, he doesn't want to fight them because he knows they're gonna die. He's like, here, you guys need to stop doing this. Don't trust him. Because he doesn't realize that the general is dead. And basically, as you see, when the guy tries to attack him, one of the guys shows up. The guy sees his powers and he crumbles instantly. And so as he's trying to fight back, and he's basically running and the people are dying, and he just feels so horrible. He's like, I don't have time for this, but I don't want them to turn. He's trying to convince them, and no one wants to listen to him. And then we get to see Robin kind of having or Dick Grayson having fun with his family and the new family. And then as basically Bruce is in a tree watching them. And then he's like, dude, maybe it's better off.
Bruce Wayne's become the dad from Garfield.
Yeah, John Arbuckle.
Samuel L. Jackson? No, Did you see the Chris Pratt Garfield movie?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, Samuel L. Jackson plays his dad.
So,
he watches him from a tree.
Yeah, he's watching from a tree, and he's like, maybe we're off. Alfred's like, no, that kid needs you. This is maybe you're thinking what's best for you, but not best for Dick Grayson. So Dick Grayson's unhappy, but then he goes to his room, and he kind of like breaks down crying, because he misses Bruce. He misses being Robin too. Meanwhile, we got the bunch of millionaires who were rounded up. They're replaced by doubles. Are being basically whipped by this guy who basically wants to know their bank codes, passwords, safe combinations. And Gordon says, "Go shove it up your ass," pretty much. He's like, ain't nobody leaving this room till the general gets the information you can give him. He's like, and Gordon's like, I guess we're never getting out of here, are we? What was that, Gordon? You didn't feel cooperative? He's like, you finally noticed. Good God. How can you fit all that stupid into one head? He goes to beat him up, and then Batman shows up and basically knocks the guy out. And he basically is like, here, Gordon, help everybody, coordinate them to get him out of here. Here's files on everything that they've been doing, improves, that everyone here is exonerated. Nobody here is a criminal. And then as he starts attacking people, I said, he comes across all the different goons that were given the treatment. He says, I don't want to fight you. And they said, don't stop. But they don't care. They don't listen. They think it's a trick. And they turn into Clayface copies, and they all basically fall apart. So then, as he's going through this, he's trying to make his way to the general's area spot. Comes across the general, and then realizes it's not the general; it's actually Matt Hagen Clayface. And I love this version of Clayface. That is just so awesome from the Batman animated series. That's my favorite Clayface. He gets tased from behind from Two-Face, and then they throw him out a window. Again, and he's basically his arms hurt. He can't reach his grappling gun, and then basically Robin shows up. I was like, "You idiot!" It's like, alone? Are you insane? After he saves him, I love this. So that's how it ends. The Robin's now there to help him out, saves his life. But the best book of the week is a book that I'm not sure how many people got. And if you didn't buy it, you need to go back to your store and get one copy if you can. The Batman Second Night by Dan Jurgens, Mike Perkins, and Mike Spicer. Fantastic book. We're back in the golden age. And this time we're dealing with Scarecrow in this. But I'm also here to tell you what's going on. The war's still going on. Germany invades Poland, France declared war on Germany and England. And then Russia enters the war and invades Poland. Soviet, yeah. Very fun series. Someone's going around and basically murdering a bunch of people different ways. One guy gets tied to a bell. And then pretty much he's like, dude, I'll give you money. He's like, I don't need your money. So he rings the bell and the guy's head gets smashed in. And then there's Gordon does basically like a news program, radio program for this guy, and the guy's basically trying to nail him. And it's like, oh, what about your Batman friend? He's like, he's not my friend. I don't, and I can't contact him anyway. Because they said he hasn't been, they haven't seen him in a while. And as Gordon's basically is called in the middle of the show, he has to go check out the guy who was killed. Get this awesome. I just love this art. Mike Perkins is just phenomenal Batman art. The original Golden Age. And then, as he's going through, basically ends up going to the little whorehouse, like in the first series. Lots of questions. I love how the guy gets like, dude's like, you got company. Oh, the bat. He's up until he's like, shit, ain't no one that can take a night's out. Can kill he's like, ain't no one that can kill a night's take faster than him. And I really love this. It's like, he gets information. The guy doesn't know about this guy who's murdered stuff, and anybody else. And then he's like, dude, now leave. Now Tilly's got work. He's like, about that. Here you go. This to cover her stuff. And he's like, yeah. He's like, what does he say? He says, your dough don't give you the right to tell me my girl is the one they can. And he's like, dude, how about you give her off a week and she can spend it with her daughter? And he's like, he's like, and if that's okay, I'll just keep coming back and I'll just just ruin your business. I'll shut you down. So the other thing I noticed in my book is that I was kind of annoyed by. Somehow, someone else's book is attached to my book here, and it's ripped inside. It's not part of my book, but it's ripped.
Ooh, that's no good.
Yeah,
that's no bueno.
Like, yeah, someone got stapled together with the other ones. It's someone else's book, but I was looking at the page. I was like, oh, is this part of my page? No. So it's actually someone else's book. And you can see in the upper corner, that's the same page. So somebody got torn up. So, and I don't know how to get it out without reading the book. So I'm just kind of leaving it in there. So, but yeah, that was really fucked up. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, someone else got ripped off. And I got the part of their book, but so Scarecrow ends up teaming up with his executioner guy, and then we get to see the Golden Age Scarecrow using his gas sphere gas, This art is great. Julie Madison's back in town to promote the movie, and Bruce says, "I'll be where. Oh, hey, I'll be with you," and with the premiere and stuff. Lois Lane shows up in Gotham City. She's doing an article on. She basically wants to know who the Batman is. That's her job from Perry White. And Perry's like, he's like, I get your car this time. Don't fuck it up again. Because the last car she had, she destroyed it. He's like, hi chief, I made his gun. He's like, your car is arranged. Check with our office manager. There, he'll get you the keys. And no wrecks this time. Wow. It's like the jokes just write themselves with that. So basically, back at the manor, Julie's tells him, he's like, you ever thought about hiring a maid or something? He's like, or something. He's like, well, I can't trust anybody. The only person I trust in my life are you and myself with my secret. And she's like, kind of head over heels for that. So they're getting ready for the actual, like the debut of the of the movie, and Scarecrow attacks the radio, basically DJ or announcer or interviewer, the famous personality, kills him, cuts him in half with the truck, backs into him, kills him, and Gordon calls up and just tells Bruce, like, yeah, I can't be there tonight. He's like, I'm lucky enough to make it as is. He's like, what's wrong? He's like, Pete Kavanaugh, the radio star, he's been murdered. Quite horribly, it seems. I suspect it's somehow tied to their high-profile killings. He's like, oh, how tragic. Yeah, look, before I get back to it, I want you to know that your father will be damn proud of you tonight. I regret that I may not be there to stand in for him. He'd want you to focus on finding the killer, Jim. Go out there and give it your best. So, of course, Bruce, he's kind of sounding like, damn, I can't go tonight. I'll be late. So he goes to his vault, gets the Batman costume. I love this. It's like, it's just great. And he's going to go investigate the scene where the guy's killed, but they realize, because the officer's talking about, yeah, where's Gordon? Gordon hasn't showed up. Turns out Gordon got kidnapped by Scarecrow, and they're going to hang him above the billboard across the street from the debut of the theater, the Royal Theater. It's a night of 1,000 cuts, it's going to be gonna be showing, and Scarecrow's goes up the guy who basically had the spotlight, kills him, and then he finds the spotlight on the billboard. They're gonna hang Jim Gordon, and he's and because so then of course Batman shows up, frees Jim Gordon. So cool. So the art in this book is just fantastic. I love Golden Age stories like this. They're not It's set in place in the Golden Age, but it's not a Golden Age. But like it's written like it could be a Golden Age story. If that makes sense. Just the art in here is the guy starts to shoot at him. He starts hitting people in the crowd. Lois Lane throws a brick. I love this. Lois is like, well, he can't hit anything. He can't see, so she throws a brick at the spotlight where the Scarecrow was, and the Scarecrow is like kind of disturbed and annoyed by this. So after Gordon is saved by Batman, the girls end up going to a car, and they get in there, and she's like, "We should get out of here," And of course, Scarecrow saw them, and decides to throw a little gas pellet in there, fear gas. So as they're driving, Lois Lane starts having a reaction to this. Julie doesn't, but Lois does, and she thinks that they're being chased by a bunch of people. So they start driving, and of course, remember he said no more car wrecks? Well, that's what she does. She drives off the road with Julie in the car, freaking out, and it ends on a cliffhanger. So, just a fantastic book. If you've not read the first series, go read that, then come back to this. It's one giant ongoing story. It's the next chapter of the series. This is fantastic. This is the variant one though. This is like the exclusive one, 125. So yeah. All right, and then that's for all new books I have. That's the Game on. I'm out. Take care, all. I'm guessing he's watching a baseball game. Why am I the only one talking here?
Because I was stuffing my face with a burrito.
But you were muted though. I did. No, the other two were muted.
Oh.
Reed's watching. I guess I'll just quickly show
I
up.
was just waiting for you to get done.
Okay. It's just like eerily quiet.
I was being polite. I don't think anybody wants to hear me scarf down a beef burrito.
Well, cook
Or
that
the
Oh, come on. Hey, beef burrito's my favorite food to eat.
what brand?
This is getting scarfed.
homemade.
Oh, homemade. Oh, that's even better. All right, I'll quickly show off my little back issues I got. I went and got some Airboys.
Airboy.
Old school Airboys. Ones I'm missing. Trying to fill that collection in. So. Yep. Yeah. That's like art on this. It's cool. Ernie Cullen. And my cards, I got the final issue, number 50, or size issue. And then the other thing I got this week, with my in-store credit, I've been racking up books I've been selling. Zach, it's been sitting there. I got it for like almost half off. I got the giant size, Marvel, omnibus.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yep. Yeah.
In the chat.
Yep. John Romita Jr. or John Romita Sr. cover, direct market variant. So.
Well, I know you wouldn't get a John Romita Jr. cover.
No, but I was surprised. I was surprised that somebody bought it and then immediately sold it. They didn't want it. So
That's wild.
yeah, and it was a direct market variant. It wasn't the normal cover you buy. We ordered it.
Yeah. That's weird.
So, it was originally $150 for this. I got it for like 75. So, like I said, still sealed, never been opened. So, I might just keep it sealed because I have access to the other comics. But I thought that was really cool though. So, all right, but that's it. Freaking tome, man. It's like can barely freaking lift it though. I don't buy a lot of omnibuses, you can tell. So it's like I'm trying to hold this.
You got to do some curls with it or something.
I know, right? Well, here's the thing. You just hit them with the people of the book and knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book you use. This collects Giant Size Superstars number 1, Giant Size Fantastic Four, 2 through 4. It has Giant Size Superheroes featuring Spider-Man number 1, Giant Size Spider-Man number 1, and number 4 and 5. Giant Size Chillers featuring the Curse of Dracula, Giant Size Dracula 2 through 5. Then it says Giant Size Creatures featuring the Werewolf number 1, and then also has Giant Size Werewolf 2 through 5, Giant Size Defenders 1 through 5, Giant Size Avengers 1 through 4, Giant Size Man Thing 1 through 5, Giant Size Chillers 1 through 3, Giant Size Super Villain Team Up 1 and 2, Giant Size X-Men number 1, and Giant Size Invaders number 1.
Giant sized man thing.
I was about to say. I was waiting for Jeff to say something. Talk about the jokes writing themselves.
I decided to wait until I actually get done reading everything else before I made the joke.
I was waiting to hear X-Men. They saved the X-Men all the way for the end.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I think every time a giant sized man thing is mentioned, you have to make the joke just because I think it's in the Constitution somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So,
right.
Okay.
I read that somewhere, yeah.
I have 11 plus 1 book that I succumbed to speculation on that I went back and bought last week just because I hate myself for succumbing to speculation, but I did it anyway. So.
Whenever someone says like a number plus one, I always go back to 7 plus 1. You forgot the one in the chamber. Prouder.
There's 2 books that I wanted to get that I got there at opening and they were already gone because I went to the wrong side and I had to ask them to order them for me. Dark Honor number 5, and there was one that was the first one that I was looking for, and it was already gone. So but those I didn't get.
Sounds like indie books I've never heard of.
Yes, but Dark Honor I've actually gone over 1 through 4. I've already gone over.
I guess this indie book, it's like if it doesn't hold my interest, I kind of forget about it.
Yeah, it shows you how much you pay attention during my stuff, but that's okay.
Who are you again?
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, I don't go grab some food. I'm gonna get some chicken wings. I got some.
Ooh, chicken wings.
Okay,
Hey, if Zach can eat chicken wings on here, I can eat chicken wings.
I haven't had chicken wings on here in a month.
Hey. At least have the decency to keep your sound on so we can listen to you eating your chicken wings.
Oh, I was got a camera on, so you can just go right into my mouth as I eat.
There you go.
Nobody wants that. Nobody here wants
Hey,
that.
I'll hear, when I do that, I'll have so Jeff can show us books, and I'll just eat them like this the whole entire time. And the cat.
I like listening to beef breeders getting nommed, and you didn't let us listen to that there, buddy.
You know what? I don't. Yeah, I agree with you. It's when the beef bird comes out the other end I don't want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to hear it going plop, plop.
Y'all are disgusting.
I didn't say plop. I was more like the fart noise.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. No, never mind. I don't need to go down that road.
Speaking of
Yeah,
chocolate,
we're going to pull you down that road, Sunshine. But
don't call him Sunshine. He's nothing but gloom and doom over there. What are you talking about?
I am a cloudy cloud.
Cloudy Cloud?
I forgot the scientific
Oh,
term.
Zach.
Your name is Cloud St. Cloud?
Zach, you didn't come in
Yes.
for the Vampirella review. Vampire, I was going through it. She says, I hate puppets.
That's hilarious. Is that the Christopher Priest one?
No, I ain't get buying that trash. No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is this.
Yeah.
I'm buying the Thompson-esque one.
Ah, okay.
The Vampirella in Hell one.
Pretty much.
Cumulonimbus. That is not how it goes. I looked up cloud types. Cumulonimbus. That's it. That's the word.
Nips?
Anyway, Nimbus. Never mind.
Nimbus Cloud.
Let Jeff talk about his books. I don't.
All
need to
right.
go clouds.
You
All right,
may speak, Jeff.
Number 11, which I wasn't really going to pick up, but then I was like, okay, I picked it up, and I'm really pissed that I did. I read the first one, wasn't impressed. Read the Wonder Woman Cap one. I think I made most of the way through it, then stopped. And I'm glad I did from some of the stuff you were saying about it. I'm glad I stopped. But
like I said, the only thing.
I will finish
The
reading.
art was great.
Yeah.
And
Great. Bad writing can do to a great art story what bad art can do to a great writing story. It can,
Jay was mad earlier because like I said, I give this book a 1 out of 10.
starting to burp right when I
You wanted the noises. You wanted the noise. I don't know.
I didn't hear him, Jack burp. I was what you're talking about.
I had burped too. That's why I thought he was talking to me. My bad.
Number 10, part 2 of.
I like that cover.
Yeah, it was the only one of this cover there, and I got it for. But I guess he's finally going to meet the ultimate evil, and it's coming close to meeting the big evil that's been talked about this whole thing. And I'm really thinking about dropping it. It's just not all that good. It's better than Starship Hulk, but nowhere near as good as Immortal. And the art is not good. 11, 10. 9. Bloodletter. The girl, she has, this one is a whole fight between the Bloodletter girl and Al Simmons. And it was okay, but I'm thinking about dropping it just because I'm having to cut back, and that doesn't really hold my interest all that much. I don't know it's even just going to be I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing, but I don't know. Now we're getting to the good stuff. The Slasher's Apprentice, number 5, the final issue. We've had, there was a woman she did, kind of a young woman, late teens, early 20s maybe. She does a true crime slasher murder podcast, and she was an advocate of this really big, kind of like the OG slasher, right? And she draws him out because there's all these guys who are trying to, you know, becoming the newer slashers, and upstaging him using modern stuff because this guy's been doing it for like 50 years and copying him. And she's like, okay, I want to become a slasher, and I want you to bring you back up on top. So she's been working with him to beat Slash Killer. You can see that, how that's written, Slash Killer. That's the guy they're going up against. And so this whole time they've been working on trying to take him out and get the OG back on top. And so they set up a meeting, and they're both going to betray each other, both trying to plan to take each other out and all that. Then it turns out that, should have seen this coming, but the girl was the new one all along, and I think she takes him out.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then they have the advertisement for the trade in the back. So it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't super fantastic, but it was entertaining. I'm not going to get the trade, but since I already have all the issues. Now, this one I bought, and I thought, okay, this is going to, I really, it's going to suck, but it didn't. It was really good. And that would be Creepshow #1. They're redoing it again.
Isn't that the one that Jeremy Adams wrote?
What's that?
I thought Jeremy Adams wrote one of the stories of that.
Yes, the very first one.
Okay, yeah, I saw he did a horror comic out this week. I was like, that's unusual. Almost
Volume 4, #1, Jerry Adams, Tale Old as Time, with Edward Rizzo as the artist, Mike Spicer as the colorist, and Pat Brosu as the letterer. Okay, so you got the Creepshow guy there, and it's a party. You got this chick, coming to the party, and they she's the girl who every guy looks at, even the married ones, and all the girls are looking at her saying, "I hate her." And all the guys want her, and she goes directly to this guy right here. And she said, "Oh, I know who I want. You're going to be my date. You're Mr. Sebastian Johnson, right? Because this is the 9th." So you can tell this guy's like this really rich, waspy guy. And so she, it's like a beautiful young woman, an elderly rich man. It's commonplace as the sunset, always there, always leading to the predictable result. They get married, and you know that she's after him for his money and all that stuff. But she goes there. She's just basically going to consummate it and, I guess, kill him with a heart attack or something like that just because of that. But he drugs her. And he basically is tying her up and cuts her up and starts eating her feet.
Oh.
And
Talk about a foot fetish.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it sort of makes it look like he became young again, I think. And he says, "I want your body," but
Wait, he ate her feet and he gained eternal youth?
yeah. But see, that's her here, but then it also sees her here, so I'm not quite sure. She's the world's richest man dies, but I'm not quite sure how it was, but he got his, they both got their stuff.
So, which one was that, the Jeremy Adams story? Which one was that?
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Oh.
And then there's the little house on the left, where this guy comes. I guess it might be a little takeoff of The Last Cabin on the Left. That Whedon movie. This guy's a writer. He wants to get this old cabin. He's renting it.
Wasn't the Last Lake House?
Last Lake House? No, that's the Tinian thing.
Oh.
The Last Cabin on the Left is a movie that was a horror movie done by Joss Whedon. I guess it's supposed to be pretty good.
I think I've seen that one. Where the two girls get abducted. One makes it back to her mom's house.
Yeah, that might be it. I think it was, but there's kind of cool. But then, so he wants to. He's going out there to write. But see, the thing is, he was a writer, but I guess he wasn't very good at it. And he meets this girl. He had met this girl at a Starbucks type place, and she was a writer too. And they fall in love. They get married, and she starts getting success and getting a bunch of money and getting stuff done. And he didn't, so he gets jealous. He kills her. Goes to start, he wants to rewrite her script so he can, get money and all this stuff. But then they said, when he gets this, he says, don't pay any attention to the cabin next door. Don't go over there. And he just sees this old lady outside of it, and there's more and more noise going to it. Rustle, 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 rustle. And he goes over there, and I guess all the people who have been in that cabin before are over there, and they eat some, and so he gets taken out. It's kind of cool. It's pretty good. Better than the last time, a few of them that they've done. And then another blind buy. It's also by Mad Cave.
There's a picture of a woman on a cover and it says "Flow." My mind went the wrong way.
Yeah,
No.
that
You aren't getting that wrong. You are not getting that wrong. I did not make the connection until I started reading the book. It is about ant. Yes.
It's a good thing that I'm eating my food right now.
It is not. It is about the visitor.
Marinara sauce.
Oh, good.
Yes. I mean, it's a horror story, which anyone else, dealing with someone from that. But okay. It's being narrated by one of the persons. It's over the years we've tried to forget. So I guess these kids went to a young a camp when they're young, and the basic gist of it is these kids had gone to a camp, and there was this one girl who came to the camp. She was really naive and innocent. Her mother had died in a fire. The fire was supposedly set by the mother, right? Who rumored was a witch, right? And so the young girl, she's being raised by her father. Her father's trying to, do the best he can to raise a young daughter at that age. I'm sure he would be kind of hard for him to do. So he brings this girl to this camp for the first time so she can deal with other kids. And while they're at the camp, she gets her first visit, as per the title.
Zach, there's a reason why we bring Jeff on here. He brings a class to these streams.
I'm trying to be a little classy here, man.
We bring the class. Pinky's out.
Yes. And then, of course, the kids being kids are a bunch of cruel little assholes. And one of them says, hey, and this girl had no idea what was going on. And they were going to explain it to her, but the counselor said, no, that's her parents' job to explain it to her. We aren't going to explain shit. So she calls her dad and says, it happens, and I just what we can talk about it when he gets back. But the kids are like, hey, it's the curse, which I guess is one of the things it's called. But we have a spell to get rid of it. Of course, these kids know that it's just going to go away in a week or something like that. So they're just fucking with this kid, making her do stuff. But it turns out that she falls from a tree and dies. Right?
Wow.
And that's why she has blood on her head. But now it's years later, and one of the girls, the one who's almost trying to be nice to her and all that stuff, is a medical student, and she's in her final years. She's being she's in, I guess, in a residency or something like that, and her dating her boss. And then one of the other kids is had just become a what do you call those things? What do you call those things that he's going from an intern to actually working for some politician? Now that, but then they start getting all these
an aide,
huh?
An aide?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're starting to get all these images of the young girl and blood. Like one of them, he was talking to his boss, and he got a bloody handprint on his shirt and all that. So something is coming back to get them. And of course, it's probably going to be the little girl.
See, I thought the book was going to go the way of the movie Teeth. Do you remember the movie Teeth?
I try not to.
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Where the girl turns out she has teeth down there.
Okay, now I definitely gotta check that one out.
Because I thought you're gonna say like the flow is like her. She's gonna use that to battle people with her flow. I was like, bleh.
Zachary having first wife flashbacks there, or what?
I just remember seeing the preview for that movie, and no, it was not kind to 23, 24-year-old Zach. It's like,
Hey, it's better than Two Girls in a Cup.
Everything.
That should be nominated for an award.
Everything.
Everyone should be required to watch it. I love they made it on the Family Guy with
I love that. He goes, "Why are we
It's like, here, Stewie, watch this." He's like, "What am I watching?" Oh, dear God!
Why are we taping this? No, just watch it, man. Oh. Okay, and did you review this?
No, I did not. Zach will.
It is the conclusion of the Bizarro World story, where they have to make the Bizarro World was becoming round and collapsing in on itself, and it needs, even though a square world shouldn't work because the gravity and all that stuff, but it worked there, and so it was becoming round. It was collapsing, so they had to fight that and get help cure the virus and all that stuff, and they did it, and it was, I haven't been a real big fan of that story arc, so I'm glad it's over. 4 would be this. You already went over that. I don't think I actually finished the whole thing, so I need to read it. So I wasn't paying much attention to what you were talking about because I didn't quite finish it yet. 3. Very good book. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Number 2. And of course, Ichiban, number 1. I was trying to read it at lunch at work, but I didn't get all the way through. I got to the part where he goes to pick up his suit to go, and these are unread. These are just going to be my
nice.
That was my reader copy. This is I'm just putting directly in the bags, and we'll go. So I'm going to finish reading that when we get done. So I have to do some laundry and then get back to work in the morning.
All right.
So,
I have to do laundry too. We're laundry brothers, Jeff.
Hey, but let's just do it separately.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Let's be long distance.
Wait, that's not a towel.
Oh, just because it stands up by itself does not mean that it's not a towel. And then now the one that I'm really hate myself for going and picking up for speculation, I had to go pick this up.
Oh God, Jeff, no.
I never would have considered even buying the damn
Look,
thing.
you know what?
Just
You know
because I
what?
don't like Red Hood to begin with.
That might be worth money one day.
That's why I hate myself for the speculation part.
That might be.
It's already going on for like $40 or something like that on eBay.
Are you serious?
20 to $40. And I picked it up on like last Friday after all this thing went down. They had some issues left. I went back on Wednesday to buy my stuff when I had more money, and they're all gone. So they either send them back.
Yeah, they didn't have any at my shop. I'm curious though.
But they're getting
$55, $65.
They're getting refunds for every issue, even if it was sold or not. That's what But people aren't going to be giving them back.
What was that? Like was that a $5? It was an issue number 1, so it was a $5 or a $6 book.
$4.
$4. They knew from the get-go it wouldn't be worth money.
$4.99.
All right, so $5. So $5
Man.
and $65. This one seller on eBay, and this is the last one. He sold 76 of these.
So I should try to put it up on that. I should put it up.
You could just read it online. You don't even have to.
I wasn't wanting to read that. I didn't read it.
No, I mean
it's
maybe
like
people are
1,000% profit on that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's 1,000. My math might be skewed.
Wait, don't you use math for your job?
Yeah, but I
no.
have it. I have paper. I have paper in front of me. It's like doing a test. I don't do it in my head. The government doesn't like when you do math in your head.
Yeah, the government doesn't like a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. Screw the government.
But all right,
especially us. But the people that supposedly ruling.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Okay.
I
was not here. Yeah. Family Guy. I was not here last week because last week was insane. As such, I did not. I think I read one book from last week. I haven't heard anybody else talk about it. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. The Undead Iron Fist, issue number 1. That's the one. The original, the OG. He's back. I don't know who this writer is. Jason Liu, I think is his name.
Okay.
But this was a good first issue. So Danny Rand, without giving too much away, I guess he had died, and so now he's like crawled his way out of the underworld, and he's back in New York, and he's hunting down these immortal beasts that have hunt down Iron Fist, I guess, in the past.
Again?
If it ain't broke.
How he got out of hell? He probably started saying in Kunlun, selling all these Kunlun stores.
Nothing about Kunlun. But no, this was interesting because like Danny Rand's the one that has to like save the Iron Fist legacy. The very end of it, he comes face to face with Wendell Orson, I think it is, or Wendell, the one from the Ed Brubaker run.
Orson Scott Card.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
No, that's the writer.
Oh,
that's the writer.
Yes.
No, I mean the one from the Brubaker run.
No, I said again because he died in the last issue of Power Man and Iron Fist, and was brought back in the Submariner about 6 years later. So Danny Rand's died before, yeah. Yeah,
well, he died. He was in. The last thing I saw him in was that other Iron Fist mini that I think it was like Larry Hama wrote, and who became Iron Fist? They gave it to some girl from Wakanda. Like he transferred the power, but that was like 3 or 4 years ago. But yeah, so he's back in this. It makes it sound like it'll be temporary. I don't know if it will be or not. But this was good. This was a good read. I'd recommend this. I love Danny Rand. At the end, it's really actually I thought one thing I like about this writer. I think the writer wrote this. Maybe it was somebody else. But he talks about how much he was inspired by Iron Fist comics, specifically the Brubaker run, to get into making comics. So apparently he's got a lot of love for Daniel Rand, which is encouraging. for me to read. Because he doesn't seem to
It
get a
is
lot
funny
of love
though.
these
They're
days.
like, yeah, they're return from death. I'm like, yeah, they did kill him before when they replaced him with that character nobody likes.
Well, I mean, Breen just said they killed him back to the
No, but I'm
last.
saying recently
Yeah.
though.
Well,
Remember,
apparently he's died several times. Is what I'm saying.
what Breen just talked about doesn't exist in comic books anymore.
Yeah.
Their new history erases all that.
That's Marvel. DC erased their history.
Yeah.
Marvel, I'm sure pretty Marvel the writers there don't even know about that. That's why I said
Godzilla #2 from Tim Seeley. This is the Jorge Corona cover. Again, this is from last week though.
that's okay.
Didn't read. I still haven't read any of these. Like I haven't even opened the bag on Punisher yet.
Good book.
Incidentally, there are 2 more Punisher miniseries that are supposed to be coming out soon. I think they're both written by Jimmy Palmiotti too. Got Aquaman #9. Got Green Lantern Corps #8. I'm gonna breeze through these. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen and talked about most of these. Red Coat #14.
If you read them, talk about them. I don't care.
I have not read through any of these, honestly. It's been such a crazy 7 days. I mean, on top of everything up for the last 7 days, I'm also helping plan a wedding. So it's like
Really? Whose?
Yeah.
You'll never guess.
Well, I know you've got no say in yours.
That's true. I have apparently a large set. I get to have a much more significant say in this one, which I don't know if I'm like. I don't know if I like that, honestly. I like leaving the responsibility up to
Did she
her.
agree to the orange and blue top hats?
What orange and what?
You gonna do a Dumb and Dumber theme?
Why would I wear Florida colors? I'm from LSU. I'm in LSU country.
I thought Zach was going to get married in 1974.
This is the book I read this week. This is the Deadpool Batman. This was the last cover of Daniel Warren Johnson. That was at the
They
shop.
had about 12 of those. Nobody wanted them.
Oh, dude, this is the last one. I'm glad. They had about 3 or 4 of the Captain America, Wonder Womans. They only had 1 of the Green Lantern, Green Arrow Daredevils. They had a whole bunch of Jeff and Cryptos, Jeff the Landshark and Cryptos. But this is the one I wanted.
No J. Scott Campbell? Wow.
No, they did. That was the Huntress and Psylocke one, right? They did have those.
Yeah.
They did. The guy at the shop was like, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't sold more. But it's like, dude, you've been open for 2 hours. So I'll go back.
I went there. The store had been open for like about 3 or 4 hours when I went there.
So yeah, our shop opens at 10, I think. Maybe 10:30. And I got there around noon. So bunch of short stories in here. The Batman Deadpool one was fairly entertaining. I liked a lot of the jokes that were in there. The one where Joker says he used the cosmic treadmill and it his glutes were popping because of it. And Nightwing, who that was funny. But yeah, the little short stories after this were pretty good. I liked the Green Arrow Daredevil one. I really liked that one. The Cap Wonder Woman, where they were in a shared universe, I thought that one was really cool. The Dodson art also was really nice. The Rocket Raccoon and Green Lantern one, that one was really fun. There's like a whole little joke in there about how Rocket goes on a road trip to find the soul of America or something with Green Arrow. That was entertaining. And the Jeff the Landshark and Crypto one was surprisingly delightful. Stephanie Phillips or Kelly Thompson can write cute books or cute stories. Frank Miller needs to stay away from comics, though. I'm tired of Frank Miller. That y'all need to leave that old man alone. Let him go live in his home and just make royalties. He doesn't need to draw anymore. I don't want to see him draw anymore.
Justice League Unlimited was last week, I believe.
Was it?
I think because it wasn't this week.
I don't think I picked it up. If it was this week, it wasn't in my pull box.
Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking of.
Maybe it was 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't think it was this week. If it is, I missed it, and I don't like to miss Justice League. This week, I picked up, I don't know, I think it's a facsimile. No, I think it's a new series. It's another Marvel Zombies. I just really like the cover. I like the old Silver Age look of it. I probably won't be reading this, but the cover was really cool. I'll give it a try. We'll see what this one's all about.
Actually, it was last month.
I do want to watch the new Marvel Zombies show. That looks fun. I mentioned this. I did get Justice League. This was the only #1 they had was this variant cover. But then I also got #2 as well. So I've got both of them. So
Nice.
I'll be giving that a look. If Saladin Ahmed can write one good book, I'll be in favor of it.
Like I said, I did not like his Daredevil, and I picked up that one. I was like, it was actually semi decent. I picked up this one. I was like, it's still going. There's no chinks in the armor yet.
I'm gonna be really sad when this hits number 12 and it ends. Rambee's New Gods has been phenomenal.
Justice League Unlimited number 11 is next week.
Next week? Okay.
Yeah.
Good, I didn't miss it. I did get New Avengers. This one's actually been pretty fun. I've been enjoying this one. This is Sam Humphries. I'm not normally a huge fan of, but I've been liking this one. Versus the Kill Illuminati, which is all these messed up clones of the Illuminatis. So yeah, this has been fun. Fun enough, I should say. I doubt it'll get past 12 issues, but for the moment, it's fun. I also have the latest of World's Finest with Bizarro Brainiac. Got the new Nightwing. Nightwing is one that I've been really getting into since reading the annual. This is 130. I like that cover too. It's a striking cover. Of course, we talked about this. We got Dick Tracy, number 12. Got Uncanny X-Men, issue number 21. I think they end up at a Comic-Con in Brazil. So we'll see what happens there. And then final issue that I picked up this week is Absolute Flash, issue number 7. I would bet that he's gonna fight the Weather Wizard. I would imagine. I'll be shocked if it's not him. But
ooh,
yeah,
you know what you're getting next week? Next week you're picking up DC's Satanic Panic.
No, I'm not.
Daniel Warren Johnson on it writing.
Yeah, but he's only writing one story though. That's one of the anthology. Like that's one of the 5 or 6 short stories. Look, I love Daniel Warren Johnson, but I don't know if I can justify
$10 for 80 pages.
$10? And he's writing one story.
Kevin Scott, Roberto Recchioni, Lyndon Radjanica, Callie C. Miller, and then
pronounce half these names.
I know, right?
No, I think I'm gonna pass on that. I think I'll pass. You can read it and tell me all about it.
Oh, I will online.
You'll probably be talking more about Hyde Street, but
Hyde Street, Exodus is back. Rook Exodus is back next week.
Oh, is it?
Dude, the cover for Batman number 2 looks dope.
The Matt Fraction Batman?
Yep, it's got Robin on the cover, red suit.
You know, I saw, was it yesterday, a few days ago? Apparently, I don't know how many sold, but it said that they printed 500,000 copies of the new Batman number 1. Now, again, wow. I don't know if that's what sold, but if there was demand for 500,000, but if they sell 500,000, that's
Justice League
impressive.
Omega X Special number 1, Prelude to DCKO with Josh Williamson.
Are we talking about next week? Because I'm not seeing any of these. I see Spider-Man, I see Superman, I see Justice League, I see Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Void Rivals.
Yeah, you'd be like your 4th level down. Or
New History of the DC Universe, which is like 90s, early 2000s DC stuff. Spider-Man, Wolverine.
It's right next to JSA.
Oh, there's JSA next week?
Yep.
Yes. All the winning. That's all I need.
Oh, Spider-Boy facsimile next week. If you don't have that.
Yeah, because I'm going to get Spider-Boy. I do have the newest issue of World's Finest, Olivia Miller. I have not read it yet, though. I have not gotten to read any of my books except for the Batman Deadpool number 1. So I will be catching up hopefully tomorrow. As busy as it's been, hopefully tomorrow it's slow enough that I'm able to read it.
Jeff read the new World's Finest one.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. There's a Grimm Fairy Tales 100 that comes out next week too.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I don't see any of what you're talking about. You're sure you're not looking a month ahead?
I'm looking October 1st.
I like the Grimm's Tales.
Next week is not October. Next week is the 24th.
You're right. Yeah, I went 2 weeks ahead. My bad.
Golly, you like get me all excited for stuff. I gotta wait. God dog it, man! I gotta wait 2 weeks. Shoo, dude.
Just wait till you're married.
Boy, that gave me flashbacks right there. That's the one.
Flashbacks or flashbacks?
I don't know what
you're. Hey, are you gonna get that Nosferatu number 1?
There's a Nosferatu book.
Yeah, it's by Blaze.
Probably not. Horror comics just aren't my thing. Not for me. Oh, there's Spider-Man Noir.
Black Cat number 2.
Eric
Well-
Larson. Yeah, Eric Larson. Really? We had to give him Spider-Man Noir? Yeah.
Right. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe number 3.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait for the trade on that. I'm going to wait for the trade on that and the Predator kills.
Oh wow! Beneath the Trees came back.
Beneath the trees where nobody sees or something.
Is that next week?
Yeah, next week number 3.
Oh, you said Spider Boy. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Dan Slott Spider Boy. You meant
No, that's October 1st.
You meant Amalgam Spider Boy. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to specify that because I was thinking of Dan Slott.
I said facsimile.
That it's
You think-
Marvel. They
think
can. Yes, I do not hold Marvel to be that competent.
3 years, and now here's the facsimile for it.
Yes, I would. Dan Slott would probably threaten to sit on somebody and crush them if they didn't reprint his Spider Boy.
Why not? White Tiger Reborn number 1, October 1st.
Oh, there's a new Heat Seeker. Anyway, no, I probably will not be getting the Satanic Panic book, Olivia Miller. Just I don't know. I'm kind of over those giant size where it's all a bunch of short stories. Not really my thing.
They're really good.
Crap, Breen. Kill
Holy
All
crap.
Immortals number 2 is coming out October 1st.
Goody for it.
I didn't think. I thought that series was done.
Wait a second. They all got killed.
Exactly.
They killed all immortals.
Barely didn't.
Oh, but there's a new Pit Apocalypse though.
Oh, really? When's that coming out?
October 1st.
The daughter survived.
2 weeks.
What, did the first series end?
No, this is issue number 6. So maybe it's ongoing.
Yeah, because they haven't. It hasn't ended yet. There's one more left, I think, for the first series.
There you go.
Wow.
So anyway, I
And
think if there was anything else that I had.
Archie's Halloween Spectacular.
Archie.
I love Pin Apocalypse. That's a great series.
I can't believe that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin is still going. I thought that was like done 3 years ago.
They bring it back every now and then. Last Ronin.
What's the webtoon? They brought it back as a webtoon. It's a Nickelodeon
Oh, is that what they
webtoon. So it's like the Nickelodeon Turtles are now to The Last Ronin. Oh my gosh!
Last Ronin.
All right, Brain, do you have anything to show off?
Oh yeah, let me do my books. Okay, I'm done.
I gotta ask because sometimes you might have some back issues.
Well, of course he's gonna have back issues. Have you seen how many books he has to lug around his house? Of course he's gonna have back issues. That was funny, dang it! Laugh, chat.
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna-
kidding.
Enough to where I'm gonna probably pay some little kid to haul them all out.
I volunteer. As long as you don't look too closely to see if one or two have fallen
I
off
was
the
gonna
back
say,
of the truck.
That little kid might fall on the stairs with that heavy box. You got like 20 of them or more.
What's that?
How many boxes do you have? Short boxes do you own?
200.
Good night.
I know, right?
I have 15.
Zach will do
That's too much.
Zach will move 15 by your house and they'll keel over.
I'm sure his wife will be wanting to say, hey, wait until I get some life insurance on him, then have him do it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, don't
Life
think
insurance?
I said, age is a factor. I don't want those sitting up there 10 years from now when I can't even lift the books individually, let alone the boxes.
That's fair.
What do you mean? Hans is still lifting boxes. He's strong.
Yeah, well,
Franz is the one who's getting kind of weak.
I said Hans, not Franz.
Hans and Franz. Yeah.
Talking about
Zach, I did pick up I got the Hawkman or
I saw
DC's
that.
finest and Two-Fisted Tail, so I'm still gonna get trades,
Yeah.
but
That's cool. That's cool. I did see a trade. I almost went for it. What was it?
Yeah. Bring this. Get a bunch of omnibuses. You can lift those, right? It's like a weight of a short box.
you know what? I don't like omnibuses because they're not easy to. you can't just. We all know where we do a lot of our reading. Omnibuses aren't conducive to that.
On your lap. I keep my legs.
I've read of the omnibuses. I have I have like 6 or 7 No, I have more than that. Good Lord, I actually have.
That shelf is
closer-
buckling. That middle shelf.
I
Top
know. I was
shelf.
about to say I have about 10 omnibuses, maybe, and 2 more in there. I think I've read maybe 4 of them. But like the Fantastic Fours and the JSAs, like I've read the individual issues of too. So
I feel like omnibuses are like they're meant to look pretty, but like realistically, it's
I've read them, but it's like it's not like okay, if I'm reading like I can read a comic laying down in my bed. You can't. It's very difficult to do that when you're holding up like
Omnibuses, you like read
you
on the
better fall
couch.
asleep.
You prop them up against, you like throw pillows and just read them on, as it lays on the couch,
right,
or on your coffee table. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not easy to read on your lap. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
The DC Finest and the Epic collections are perfect for that.
You sit on your table and you blow the dust off of it. It's like a medical journal. And you open up.
Years from now, when the world is ended, somebody will come across my house, and it's gonna be like they're just gonna blow the dust, and it's gonna say Hickman Fantastic Four. What is this epic?
And then they'll say V'ger.
They'll be like, "This is epic." Oh no, bro, this is
nobody
epic.
saw the first Star Trek movie.
No,
I've never seen it.
They come across Voyager, but some of the letters have been, gone. So the people that like worshipped it thought it was something called V'ger, and they couldn't figure it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've only ever what you want to call it? Watch J.J. Abrams ones. That's about it.
Yeah, I saw the Abrams ones.
So you haven't seen Star Trek? Okay.
I saw one episode.
That's the motionless picture. I saw that in the theater.
I saw 2 episodes of the original series. I saw there's one where they go to a planet and they're in the Wild West days, and then there was the other one. I think it was it Gangsters?
Yeah, a piece of the action.
Yeah,
that's what Jack Kirby
was good. I think the one you're talking about, where they're the Western was the fight of the OK Corral. That was season 3. Which is not good.
That's it. OK
Season
Corral
3 is never good, unless we're talking Fox Brain and Space Hippies. Those are 2 classic third season ones, which are so horrible. They're great.
I've never seen The Trouble with Triples though. That's the one that I would want to see out of all of them.
The troubles with triples, they get jealous of each other.
No, Tribbles.
True story. When we were a one TV family, they were rerunning that episode, and my brother commandeered the TV, and he goes, "You know what's the trouble with triples? You never get to see them."
Oh, that's mean. Your brother was a bully.
He's a dick. But as I was saying, the gangster episode is what Jack Kirby based the 4-issue story arc in Fantastic Four 90 through 93, where the Thing gets put on that prison planet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Hey, I have David Gerald's autograph there, Breen.
What's that?
I have David Gerald's autograph.
Okay.
He wrote.
I know he wrote The Trouble with Tribbles. I know he is.
Yeah.
But I should admit that was dicky. I mean, I haven't solicited an autograph since I was 8 at Crosley Field.
He came to our science fiction club meeting in L.A. He was there, and I had him sign my notebook. It says "sit right," and then David Gerald.
Nice.
Alrighty then. Not much else to talk about.
That's all I got.
Your team win, Breen?
Yeah, and I'm rooting for Milwaukee. I'm glad they won, because if by some fluke the Reds still have a mathematical chance, last 3 games are in Milwaukee. I want Milwaukee to have already clinched everything, so they're resting players.
Right. They won tonight. Came back and won. But
Hunter Green pitched a shutout tonight, his first complete game in the majors, and everybody says he's like one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he is. But I looked up Steve Carlton. He had 55 shutouts.
Wow.
There aren't even 55 complete games in a major league season anymore.
Bills
Don't
win.
wanna
I'm
shut
back. Yeah, Fantasy 4 thing versus Turgle. I don't know where the Fantasy 4 came back, but welcome back, Henry.
And that's the same Torgo from the story we recently read on the GPS. That's right, Zach. The cool kids call it the GPS.
Kids call it GPS. They don't call it TomTom or Google Maps or MapQuest.
Why would we call it that?
I don't.
Why would we call the Geeky Puppet Show MapQuest?
Actually, the comic book I'm looking at reading tomorrow might be Just League America, number 55.
What is it? Justice League of America number 55. Is that
Grown up Robin becomes a Batman or Robin amalgam. It's really messed up. This one here.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
Satellite Era.
Yeah,
Wait, is that Earth 2? That's Earth 2. That's Earth 2 Robin because that's the JSA.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that.
Is that one of the Crisis crossovers, or one of those stories? Because that used to be.
Well, they used to. Yeah. Well, that was one of the. They used to meet annually.
Yeah. Right. Annual. That's what I meant to say. Annual. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin's growing up. Batman's in semi-retirement. You know. So it just looks so weird. I was like, that's a thing. I thought that was like you see those comics where people do the mashups, and I'm like, this gotta be fake. It's real though.
Mm.
I like the fact he's got Batman's body.
Have you ever seen the composite Superman? It's literally half Batman, half Superman.
Yep. Right down the middle.
Crazy. Then they paid homage to that in Public Enemies, a movie.
Yes, they did. Well, the comic
Robot
book first, but yes, also.
And you just saw that in their Just League Adventures. They had the composite. Anyway, though, not much to discuss or talk about as far as comic book news goes.
I don't think so. Jeremy Adams is still writing for DC, and Jabba the Hutt is not. So that's all the news I need.
Oh, and
is that what you called Gretchen Martin Felker?
I can never remember the last name, so I just go with Jabba.
I'll just call him.
Well, I did that too, but Jabba is a him.
Well, you realize that with that beautiful woman being fired from her job, and Jimmy Kimmel, democracy as we know it has died.
Well, because
democracy might have
Nazi fascists and all.
Jeff Swallett's going to be loving it whenever he's able to sell that issue #1 for $100.
Hey, and guess who was just sort of advocating for Greg Gutfeld to be suspended? Guess who's?
Oh, the one he insulted?
No, our buddies
Eric Swalwell.
Newscomb.
Oh, Newsom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Gutfeld has numbers that Jimmy Kimmel would kill for, probably. I saw Kimmel was only pulling in like 120 something thousand views.
That's in the 18 to 49.
That's the demographic that they all.
I'll
want.
say if you're not watching the 5 on Fox, you're missing out. Gutfeld just dropping.
I prefer. I like to watch. What is the show that Gutfeld? He used to do Red Eye. Wasn't it called Red Eye?
It's called Gutfeld.
Now he just has one that's called
Gutfeld. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll watch that.
He was after the whole thing. He basically went off on that.
I saw that.
Jessica Tarloff, who I hate. I can't stand.
Wow! I was like, he's dropping F. I didn't drop the F bomb, but he's just dropping.
He did. There was another clip where he did that. That was a separate. But yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he rips her apart all the time. It's so funny.
I know. It's like at some point he did. I was like, okay, if he does this enough, I bet you they're like friends behind the scenes. It's like, okay, camera's on. I'm gonna murder you.
No, I think they just let him go. He's like a Stone Cold Steve Austin. He doesn't give a shit.
Well, maybe.
No, he'll if they do, he'll become just like Candace Owens and what's his name, Tucker Carlson. He'll just start racking stuff up.
I don't know if he's crazy. Like,
No,
He's
dude,
like, he's not like, he's
Gutfeld-
like, Ken is crazy.
He'll get bigger.
Greg Gutfeld will dance to the tune of his corporate overlords, because the list of people that are blackballed from his show reads like a who's who of everybody edgy. Because Nick Searcy is banned from Fox. The guy from Justified.
I thought I think Kirk was banned from Fox actually, or he was rarely on it.
He was not. He was not welcome at Fox for a while.
Crowder, I know Crowder wasn't welcome. He was called.
Like I said, not that ever come back. Dave Rubin's about as edgy as a Gutfeld guest gets now.
Yeah,
that's not very edgy.
That's kind of unfortunate.
Well,
he's really not. He's really not.
There only is one guy who can save a late night talk show. It's Craig Ferguson. He's the only. Craig Ferguson is the only person that can save late night.
Yeah, that guy was fucking hilarious.
Ferguson can do it. I still think Conan O'Brien's pretty funny. I still like a lot.
Conan's a leftist shill now.
He's a shill now.
Oh, is he a shill? Oh, did he? I didn't know that. Last time I saw him, he would do like those video game. He played video games. Those were hilarious.
Still like the David Spade stuff, but
David Spade. I've been trying to get out of watching Frasier reruns. I started to watch Just Shoot Me, and David Spade, dude, early David Spade is hilarious.
Yeah,
Dennis Miller.
I saw him live. He opened up for Dennis Miller. I saw them in Seattle when I was stationed in Bremerton. That was hilarious.
Good too.
Yeah, Red Eye was awesome though. There's all the people that so many of the guests on Red Eye are persona non grata at Fox now. Gavin McGinnis used to be on all the time.
Oh yeah, well they stopped.
I don't even think that I don't think that Bill Schultz or Andy Levy are welcome at Fox even to do a guest spot. And those were his Andy Levy was his ombudsman.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Schultz was Tyrus is his massive sidekick. Bill Schultz was his repulsive sidekick.
Yeah.
They're both still around somewhere. But Jedediah Beale is not. She's banned from Fox.
Henry, I didn't hear anything about this. Trump saying he's going to fire anybody who says anything negative about him. People who incite crap like what happened to Charlie Kirk. They're going to start going after those people.
People forget Trump is a troll.
He is. Yeah. That is true.
All these people who claim that he is a fascist. If he was actually a fascist, these people would have been disappeared
a long time ago.
And also, he's reversing he's going to enforce that law again that Trump, not Trump, but Obama repealed in 2012.
Is he actually doing that?
He's talking about doing it
I
because
basically
I thought it was a law at first.
It wasn't a law. I think it was an act because an act can be repealed. I don't think a law. So
basically, the act was basically that the government's not allowed to use propaganda against its own citizens.
No, news organizations are not allowed to use propaganda. I saw the video you're talking. I saw the video you're talking about.
Something like that.
And somebody was like, Trump should reinstate because. Obama, I think, repealed it, and then this redhead girl, was saying that Trump should reenact it, make it a law, and call it the
Reinstate Act.
Reinstate it, not reenact. Reinstate. Excuse me. I did see that though. I was online way too much.
But I do find it interesting how many Democrat politicians are more upset at Jimmy Kimmel losing his show than Charlie Kirk losing his life.
Yeah, and
I'm not surprised at all.
Kimmel lost his job because Disney fired him, not because Trump said no.
This was okay. Here's the thing. Disney wants to buy the NFL, a lot of NFL properties.
Ooh.
They're going to need Trump's approval for for FCC regulations, blah 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 blah. And if that means and Jimmy Kimmel isn't worth risking that for. Not that is Trump petty enough to block something because of that? You know what? Maybe,
probably.
But Kimmel is the third. He gets. I'm pretty sure he's in third place out of the three because Colbert was still winning.
I saw the. Oh, did I save
But
it?
but none of them get, risk it all type ratings.
Yeah.
And I said it's.
Oh, they're nowhere near Garfield.
I think Kimmel was under a microscope, and this was a perfect excuse to do what they wanted to do.
I actually read that. It wasn't proven, but it's like because Colbert's show, of course, got axed, probably because of ratings.
No,
And
because, and losing $40 million a year.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you don't have people watching, your $40 million is going to waste. So,
Yes.
I mean, yeah. But I think I saw that. Yeah, here it is. Jimmy Kimmel. Oh gosh, I hate having to tilt my head like this. Yeah, his ratings were lower than the Late Show. He was at most recently in the 2024 to 2025 season. He didn't even have a million. He had 0.16. So that's like what 160,000 in a certain demographic. Yeah, between the 18 and 49 demographic.
No show gets good numbers in the 18 to 49 on late night.
Well, that's true.
Because that's go to bed old people shows.
Yeah. But the thing is, so the theory was that this was the best way. Like Disney wanted to use this as an excuse for Kimmel to go. Like they could get rid of the show, but Kimmel could still look like a hero.
Well, they're gonna. I think all of them are on the clock. Honestly,
probably. I don't see Fallon staying on.
Fallon may survive because Fallon was never comfortable being that attack dog for the left.
Yeah, he's
Kimmel, Colbert, and Seth Meyer. It comes easy to them because they are true believers. I think Colbert and Seth Meyer always was. I think Kimmel became one over the years.
So as far as Jimmy Fallon, all his clips on YouTube are him just playing the game stuff with
that's why
he was the only one. He was the only one that had Trump on his show during the first election.
Fallon, you're saying how people aren't watching. That's how you lose 40 million. Not necessarily because a lot of the Tonight Show money is made from YouTube clips.
Yeah.
Because way more people watch those than watch the show.
100%. That's accurate.
It's a new world. That's why he does. Fallon tailors his show for YouTube clips.
Yep.
Oh wow! Only 22 seconds left in the game. Guess that's over.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as I know, the last I checked, that Gutfield had higher viewership.
He was the number one.
Yeah,
he does.
The number one.
So here's the thing, though. These shows, these late night shows, if they went back to just being as relaxed, just focusing less on politics, more people would watch.
I don't think
look at Carson.
I watched before Carson, after Carson live. I know, but I'm talking about I watched Conan O'Brien, originally Conan O'Brien when he was on the late night on NBC back in the 90s.
Yeah, you realize that's 30 years now.
But
I know 30 years ago. I'm just saying.
I just don't think I was listening to Nerdrotic talk about this today, and late night TV is going. It's like it's not big enough anymore.
Okay, here's an analogy. Everybody, half price books still exist, and there's still a bunch of them. I'm not sure they'll exist 5 years from now.
Well,
and I'll tell you why. There's not enough new physical media being produced to keep the shelves even fresh for a store that sells used merchandise. Because the business model has changed. Same thing with late night television. People have so many choices. I mean, when late night was big, it was because that was it. It was either that or the test pattern.
There was three. There was like the Tom Snyder. There was Carson, and maybe an attempt with like Joan Rivers on Fox or Arsenio Hall, and that was even It's funny you bring up, than that. There wasn't much stuff.
It's funny you bring up half price books and stuff. We have a place called Mega Meat Exchange, and guess what they're selling now?
What?
VHSs. They brought them back because
I believe that. You see how big vinyls are right now? It wouldn't surprise me at all.
So
that
people are
VHS
looking for VHS movies. If you want to go and so now you can go get near mint or use VHS copies.
Okay, I will tell
And
you.
it's all VCRs again.
I'll tell you. As I say, you will know that VHSs have made a comeback if the VCR comes back. Because
So
right now, people are just buying them as novelty items and nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But if people ever start wanting to play those again, right now, I said, I don't have a working VHS.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know those little televisions that had the VCRs built in at the bottom, like those
yeah.
things. You know how much those go for now? Like, unless you find one at like a Goodwill or Salvation Army. But like, if you try to find one like on Facebook Marketplace, like those things sell for money.
I still got 2 brand new VCRs, never out of the box upstairs.
Like my sister, she goes to like flea markets and thrift shops and stuff, and those things are always like high dollar.
I have a TV with a DVD and a VHS player built in, and I would give it to anybody that will haul it out. I don't care how much it's supposedly worth now.
I'll be at your house in 10 hours.
I mean, I hate to say this, but I literally cannot lift it anymore.
You can buy a VCR through Sony, through Walmart right now. Brand new.
Really?
Wild.
$150. Sony SLV or head
150?
hi-fi. Yeah.
See,
4-head
$150.
hi-fi stereo VCR, $150.
150
God,
for a VCR.
And then they have a Sylvania
You could
DVD.
get one for $40 new. 20
Mhm.
years ago before they completely died off.
Sylvania DVD VCR combo player, $190 pre-owned. That's a Walmart.
Wild. Walmart sells pre-owned stuff now?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
The last one, it says, according to Google or AI or whatever, it says the last one, a brand new VCR, was manufactured in 2016 by Funai Electric. No, so
Did they finally catch up with the times?
Yeah.
From 2016.
Wow. But there's so many people that are going around selling them, and yeah. There's $40 one for eBay. Yep. Sony. But I have the Panasonic ones, which are like the
Jeff,
higher.
sell that Red Hood #1 and you can get yourself a brand new VCR.
Well, wait a while, because
I have 2 VHS tapes, and the only reason I have those is because they're both signed. I have a copy of Hellraiser with Andrew Robinson's signature on it, and I have a copy of Rear Window with Steve Gutenberg's signature on it. Those are the only 2 I have.
Never heard of a signed VHS.
Before Ethan Van Sciver became YouTube, whatever, he would talk about he collects movie star autographs, and he would send his VHSs to him, and they would sign them and come back. But it seemed like he would do that, and every time he would do that, the artist would die not long after that.
Oh, yikes.
I mean, I'm guessing he must have sent some to some really old folks, but
well, maybe.
Speaking of dying.
Yep.
You're dying?
Well, eventually.
We all are.
At some point. But I need my I don't want people dying tomorrow, so I need to wash some clothes before I
That was good. That was good.
So
I'm sure it's just the clothes that are making me walk away.
no, I'm sure there's other things too. I have I'm one of those people that you either love or hate, and I think there's a little more to the latter than the former. But don't care. I'm not there to make friends. I'm there to make money.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say make enemies.
Well,
Who needs
those
friends
are-
when you have enemies?
All right.
Also, the new Demon Slayer movie was phenomenal. I went to go see that Tuesday. That's why I was
All
not
right.
here.
All right. So since Imperial Goddess is watching us over on Twitch now, she's actually live on YouTube now playing Oblivion. So for those who like watch people play video game stuff, she's playing that old game Oblivion, Elder Scrolls.
That old game.
That old game. So if you want to check that out when we wrap
Thank
up here.
goodness. Everybody
Oh.
else is playing Borderlands, so thank you, Celeste, for playing something not.
Oh, they'll be like
Borderlands.
next week when her fiance wants to play. Probably. I
Hope
remember
you've
when
been-
Borderlands, dude. I remember when Borderlands 1 came out. And I was just like, "Oh, this game's so great!" And I was like, "Now we're on 4." It's like, where'd the time go?
I mean, 2 was good. That was the last one I played. Was 2, but apparently 4 is supposed to be really good. Although it's having PC issues. I'm done though. I'm done talking though.
All right, so
The computer, you mean, right? Or
Yeah.
okay.
alrighty though. Having a TV with a built-in VHS DVD player is a brilliant idea until it dies and your DVDs are. That's the only thing people remember is like you had a DVD and that unit dies and then your DVD's stuck inside the.
No, I hate it when my unit dies.
Yours can only die once.
Is it just me, or does this look like John Cena playing the Punisher, or Josh?
Oh my gosh! Not Josh Brolin. It looks like oh. I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was. He was real famous back in the 80s, 70s.
Oh, well, see, I wasn't alive then, so I don't know.
Oh, not James Remar. It was a different guy. Look, he's a D-list celebrity, but I'm trying to remember what he looked at. I hate that when you can like picture someone's face, but you can't remember what their name is.
All the time.
Yeah,
That's why I love that Amazon does that thing where you click pause and it shows you all the actors that are on the screen.
I wish I could do that with my brain. Click pause and it'll show me all the names.
Well, go get yourself an Elon Musk Neuralink. And maybe you can.
I'll get me his Neuralink with the Starlink, the Starburst, all that stuff.
No, so you get the Neuralink to connect to the Starlink so you can play Link and Legend of Zelda. That's what you do.
Give us some clues.
What's the movie?
I can't remember the movie though. That's the thing. I wait. He was in a movie with Little Ralphie from Christmas Story. He was the older guy. Oh. Look up that.
Oh my gosh, Christmas Story.
What was the actor from the Christmas Story?
I'm looking him up right now. Little Ralphie Parker. Peter Billingsley is that actor's name.
Okay,
So
he's another movie with him.
With Peter Billingsley. That was in the Dirt Bike Kid, maybe? That was in the 80s. Ruskies, Death Valley.
That was a TV show I was watching.
This guy was in a lot more movies than I thought he was. I knew he was in Spider-Man. I knew that.
Right, hold on.
And Iron Man. He was in Iron Man also. He was the kid that said that Jeff Bridges yelled at. Oh, Darren McGavin? Henry Jarrett guess?
What
No,
about
that's-
Darren McGavin?
Not what I'm thinking of.
That's not
I'm
it.
looking up it was like I think it was a TV show he might have been on where he's riding his bicycle and he comes across this guy and There's a Highway to Heaven series episode.
Okay.
Uh,
Ladies and gentlemen, he got him.
Okay. And the actor on that episode, if it shows me, episode guide. Come on.
The world may never know.
You may never know.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Al. I saw that commercial every Saturday straight for like 10 years. It's burned into my brain.
Oh. Yeah, he was on Highway to Heaven.
Now I want a Tootsie Pop. Dang it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they make Tootsie Pops anymore. I don't see them anywhere.
It's a Highway episode. It was 2 episodes.
Oh, they are still made.
Okay,
I don't
season
know.
2, episode 1, The
Where do
Monster.
they sell them? The Tootsie Roll online store? We're going down a rabbit hole of
Jeff
Avid-
Kober. is the guy I'm thinking of. The actor Jeff Kober.
Jeff Kober.
Yeah, was the actor, and
That's it. I can see it actually.
that's that. He showed me that Punisher. It looked like a younger version of Jeff Kober.
I can see it.
He was Cyrus Renault on my stories.
Yeah, in General Hospital.
General Hospital, yep.
Yeah.
He was also in Sons of Anarchy and Walker, Texas Ranger, and The Walking Dead. But no, Bree knows him from.
Actually, I knew him first from Buffy.
Yeah,
he did 25 years ago.
Yeah,
I stand corrected.
But yeah, Jeff Kober. I'm like, I know that face on that. And you're like, no, it's just like, no, it's freaking Jeff Kober. I said he's one of those actors like. You know his face, but you never know his name because he pops up in everything.
And the funny thing is, he plays shitheads in every role.
Yep.
He's the nicest man in the world.
You know what's funny? He's in 2 NCIS series, but he plays 2 different characters.
Well,
New Orleans, he's one guy. Los Angeles, he's another guy.
That's all right. Yeah, most people that watch this don't know that there's a difference anymore.
His role in
Zach,
his role in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, creepy guy.
Don't be rude. Some people like NCIS.
Look, I used to joke that you go to the home and the only channel they have is CBS.
You're probably right.
When we put my uncle in the home, every TV had CBS on.
He played 2.
It's the equivalent. Okay, CBS to the home is CNN to the airport.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Hey, look, some of your stories are on CBS. Okay,
dude.
I'm an ABC loyalist.
Oh, you don't watch Young and the Restless?
You look at this guy's IMDb, the shows he was on, it's just crazy. He was on 7 Days. He was on there for an episode of that. He was in Charmed for an episode of that. And then he was in that movie Desert Heat with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Then he did an episode of Jag. And then he was 18 Wheels of Justice, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Enterprise, Crossing Jordan. And then he goes into like a movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez, and then he's in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Character actors have gigantic IMDb pages.
Wow. ER, The Shield.
And you look, it's it'll say like how many episodes they were in.
Yeah, 1, 2.
His never has the S at the end of episode.
He does. NYPD.
No, he was in 8 episodes of NCIS Los Angeles.
That's a joke. Jesus God.
Well, it was a false joke.
I just got actually by 2 idiots.
Well,
you see, what had happened was Jonathan Medic. Hello, hope you're.
I'm just saying, this guy, he was in Supernatural. Every time he pops up, it's like, I know that guy, but what is his freaking name? Jeff Kober.
Cyrus Renault. Say his name.
Cyrus, I know. He was on freaking New Girl. He was
he turned. He was a bad guy, and then he turned face, but then he turned into a serial killer.
Oh my god!
So he wasn't a nice guy anymore.
What a twist!
I'm gonna go serial kill my laundry. So
yeah, go for it. I'm about to.
General Hospital. Yeah, from 2020 to 2025. Wow.
Oh, that's recent.
Yeah.
And the town sweetheart shot him.
Rip.
And then she joined a spy organization.
She's probably mad because he got all those episodes and she's
banging her handler.
But what's up there, Jonathan? Medici 7?
Medic.
Kind of just wrapping it up here, or just the context. Zach showed the upcoming Punisher by was it Palmiotti?
Palmiotti.
And the art,
2 upcoming series.
And the art or the face for Punisher. I said I was like, I know that person. I looked it up. It's Jeff Kober, the actor. Kober.
This will be the next book I read. I may read this tonight before going to bed. I've been wanting to.
Is he beating up the white supremacists yet?
Not yet.
I don't know.
Scott Snyder said he's gonna be fighting white supremacists and
So-
it's not going to be subtle.
Was that Valeria Cazo, whatever her name is? She
Dorcasio?
Carzio.
Durazo.
It's not
Yeah,
Durazo.
she posted things that like because Zack Snyder said about how she's half Italian, half
Italian, half Brazilian.
he's like so she's like the Carzio's like, oh, so she's one of the girls who doesn't know what checkbox to check, when they ask you what race you are.
I saw that. Well, that was something different. That was related to something else, I think. That was
That's
talking
Catwoman.
about.
I always
Yeah,
just put
Catwoman,
masculine
absolute
asking
Catwoman.
for my race, but
Yeah.
Somebody said in reply to this, like, who cares if she's half Brazilian, half black? She's hot. They don't care about that shit.
That's
So,
all you need.
I'm
Catwoman
just glad
to do.
we've actually made some accomplishments. We've we've achieved some stuff. And in DC, she's not Latinx.
I thought we as a society agreed to never use that word again.
I know, but I'm just glad that DC just actually followed through with that and then not saying she's Latinx, because 5 years ago they would have said.
Eddie Murphy. I actually might turn in to watch Eddie Murphy if he replaced Kimmel. That could be funny. That could be good.
Imagine
They're not going to.
They wouldn't. I know.
No, they're not going to replace the show. I think last night they ran a Family Feud rerun.
I thought they were doing a Charlie Kirk tribute.
Well, they are, but that's Friday.
Oh, okay.
But and that's just some of the. I don't think it's going to be every
Family
affiliate.
Feud.
Uh,
I would watch Family Feud.
I'm not surprised that Angleton got mad because you can't say anything. He gets butthurt real quickly.
He got mad at you talking about heavy metal.
He can tell you serious and bitch, he started to cry.
The movie or the music?
I figure it's music. I
don't know.
Because
The movie
I caught E and Breen talking about music. Y'all were talking about Taylor Swift last night for way too long. For two.
I watched
We
it.
weren't talking about Taylor Swift. We were talking about her in relation to,
Britney Spears
cultural impact.
Dude,
Way
I watched
too
the
long.
first 30 minutes. Listen, and I was like, okay, we're starting to go off the cuff here a little bit. And I was like, I just kind of stopped watching it. But I was just like,
This is cool. Alfred.
I love the fact that Breen's like, I think you're in a delay. I don't know if I'm on a delay.
Did you hear
He was. Last time it was on one of the cover rankings, he was on like a 8-second delay or something, I feel like.
Yes.
Did you hear when I said, as much as I love a good political roundtable, we've transitioned over to movies. Why don't we go back there? Because I didn't want to go off. I didn't want to do
Transition. Wow.
Yeah, that was chosen for a reason. But no, I did say after the stream, I said, I love him like a little brother, but I'm glad Venkman wasn't here tonight. He goes, why is that? I go, because he would have derailed the fuck out of this because he hates when we talk music.
No, I would have dipped out in the politics part because I'm just like, it's been done to death.
Well,
I
I almost
that
did,
was
so
it.
that's why I wanted to get back to music or movies.
Yeah.
But,
Well-
we've talked about Redford for a while.
Well, the music would have been.
That's right. Redford guy.
I'm afraid talking music. It just we're going to talk an hour about Styx and how great it is. And
No,
I'm
I
just
don't
like,
let him do that.
It's like one good song. One
Sort of
song.
like what we're doing now after the we were gonna leave.
dude.
Yes, he's right.
Well, Jeff, you've announced your department 3 times from this airport. You can leave whenever.
That's right.
I was actually trying to gently wrap this up. But
Jeff is the airplane that's waiting for Kevin McAllister to get to the gate.
Battle Hymns Manowar is a good band.
Oh man.
Yeah, I love Manowar.
I don't think I've heard a note of Manowar music. I've sold a bunch over the years, but I don't know.
It's
if I've ever
very,
heard
very Norse Viking kind of like.
Okay, no, thank you. I honestly, like I said, Viking metal, or what's the way they call the other? There's another word for it. Power
Black
metal,
I think it's called.
all that shit. I'd rather listen to. The only thing I'd listen to less than that, given a choice, would be opera.
Have you ever heard of Bali metal?
No.
That's something my sister got really into. It's Indian metal screaming music. It's actually, it sounds pretty cool. It's called Bali metal.
I mean,
I think it's called Bali
my
metal.
friend Jerry's got wretched taste in music. Whenever he goes, I just heard this great new band. and I just know it's going to suck. And then he plays it and proves me right every time.
Oh, that's funny.
What do you think of it? It's music, I think.
No, it's why when we go to those comic shows, I'm praying there's a game, and I go, can we listen to the game? Otherwise, we might have to listen to his music, and that's tough. That'd be a tough road trip.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash all the way there.
Oh, I'd take that over anything I've ever heard him just ingest.
What was the other big folk song? Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Well, let's put it this way. Remember when you guys found that Ocean Spas, and Jerry would legitimately like that.
My goodness gracious, I remember that one.
No, I mean it looks good with me singing, but
every time I start to forget that song, that clip comes up, and I hate E for playing it every time.
Really, I hate E for entirely different reasons.
No, because once he starts
coming together.
First of all, he'll replay it like 3 or 4 more times, and then he just goes off on a rant. He just goes through all of them, all of them every time.
Well, you know whose fault that is. Look to your left.
That man.
I do.
It was him, Your Honor.
I listened. I was listening yesterday to the radio, and they're playing a song, and the band's called Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
the song's called Focus. I've never heard that.
That is an awesome song.
It's just
especially
the vocals are.
I
was like, what am I listening to? That's only Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
If I had a lifetime of smoking, I go when they start going no, and they keep getting higher and higher. But the music is awesome in that song.
I just heard. I was like, I think I heard that song like twice in my life, and I had no idea what it was. Like the only reason I knew the band artist because it says on my radio in my car. Otherwise, I had no idea. I was like, what the hell am I listening to? It's just... Oh man. You would have thunk it, yes.
Aquaman was actually really good.
Later, geek. That was easy.
Is he going to come back on to announce his departure again?
I'm so sorry when people announce it. Like every time, it's like I think at the airport. It's like, you know what?
I think it's in an airport. You don't have to announce your departure.
Yeah. It's like I'm following you. Okay, let's go. And then I started listening a little bit of it to Sweet the other day. It was on the radio. So, but yeah, the yodeling song. I was just like, what the hell am I listening to? I'm like, how do I classify this as rock? What is this? It's I guess, but
it's something.
I don't know, but
I think that was the Reds TV theme one year. In the early 70s, not long after it had come out, they modified they didn't. It's just the music part of it.
Oh, there's no yodeling because there's not just the yodeling. There's other lyrics in there. It's like what the heck? It's like use this blah blah. It's like Taz. But yeah, Zach's like the ladies that are getting the perm. Just reading the magazines.
I'm getting caught up on one of the best comics that DC produces.
The ending is the best part of that entire story.
Oh no, what's fun? I like the Superman and Lori the Mermaid.
Wait till you get to the ending part if you haven't finished it.
Also, I like Aquaman without the beard. I think a little. Oh no, Aquaman with the beard
is underwater. It's like he's using the Relco, the little.
I saw that. That was good.
Yeah, so he has Aquaman having a space where he.
I knew it. Half of the jerks on Twitter and comic book Twitter owe me $5
for what?
Not
because
really,
Mara's alive.
Because as soon as Jeremy Adams, when they had Mara die of old age and both the Aqualats died, like the weirdos that were always going to hate Jeremy Adams, like, how can he kill Mara? How can he kill Aqualat, the gay Aqualat? And I'm like, you morons, no one stays dead in comic books. I bet you in 5 issues or less they come back. And he did in 2. So, suck one.
How'd she get over being old?
I don't know.
No,
it's
the
a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger.
So in the end of that issue, I'll go quickly. I'll just say that from my interpretation is that he saw Atlantis being a vacant thing, but they've been there the whole entire time. He just can't see them. So he went to a portal and came across an alternate version.
Of course, because at the beginning in issue 1, he goes to that portal and it sends him like into the future, and then this one he takes like another portal. Well, duh, of course.
You know, it'd be cool if America Chavez showed up and started punching them.
I'm so mad at myself for not realizing that. It seems so obvious.
Did America Chavez could have come in and punched the portals?
No, it just seems so obvious. Like, of course, when he comes back to the present, his life would be
Does America Chavez say portablums too? And then what did she call portals?
Portals?
Proddles.
Proddles? It's the opposite of proddles.
Okay, this was good.
Yeah. What?
John Tim's art is fun. I like John Tim.
So now we're gonna have 2 Maras in the same space.
No, the other Mara's dead.
No, not Mara, but I mean the daughter.
Angeline.
Yeah.
Angeline? Yeah, the daughter.
But as far as Ingleteeth goes, he's a good guy. He's just like all of us. We have our own things, and once you get to know him, you really don't like him. We've known him for like 6 years. Yeah,
and we hate him.
Yeah, we just despise him. But I mean,
I'm only friends with him for the comics.
There's a reason why I say things on the cover rankings, because I know that he's just being a dick, and I call him on it because I'm just done with it sometimes. Like the voting thing, because somebody said it too. If you're voting a 2 because you don't like the series, and it's like, and I said no, vote. And Zach, I said no, vote the way you want to vote. Who cares what he says? And he got so upset he muted me.
Hey, Jimmy Kimmel's disguised as Steve Harvey again tonight.
Oh,
there's someone in the Family Feud.
What's for them? Was it?
Oh, I thought it was. I thought I was thinking of the one where he looked like Karl Malone.
I was gonna say, wait. Post Malone, Karl Malone.
Can I just say something about that? Yeah, I'm going to say something. I'm going to defend Jimmy Kimmel.
Go ahead.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith. Go ahead.
No. For all the butthurt conservatives that are showing man show clips to say how creepy he's always been. Yeah, those same conservatives were fans of that show because it was funny. And you could laugh in those days.
And this is where I call Angleton. Girls jumping on trampolines. How dare you insult that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I said, we should either. And you know what? It's weird. I watched Outkick the Show today, and I honestly, I said I think I was in agreement with him before I heard him say it, but. Clay Travis's take was, Jimmy Kimmel should be on the air right now. Let the viewers, decide. Let the free market decide, because we didn't like it when they did it to Gina Carano or Roseanne Barr. Now, for a hell of a lot less, but then he was quick to point out, he goes, but to the left, you created this.
Oh yeah, but then the meme is like, crying about getting a Disney person, Disney firing someone. Gee, Gina Carano kind of likes the gif smirking.
Oh, I saw that. Peaky Blinders, I saw that. But, I honestly think if Charlie Kirk was still alive, he would want Jimmy Kimmel's.
Dude, Ricky Gervais. Sorry, Ricky Gervais as a talk show host would be fun.
I don't know if he could do a long term. Maybe he could.
Well,
I think he's burned too many.
The reason Craig Ferguson worked so well because they let him do what he wanted to do. He didn't get freaking political. He just had fun. All the women on the show liked him. They kept coming back. They'd flirt with them. He'd kind of flirt with them back too. He had that riz, that all the girls liked.
You are over 21. You have no excuse to not to use that word.
Well, in case there's people who are like 21 watching, I want to.
Nobody in the chat is under 21. Nobody in our chat is under 25. I would bet money.
Maybe not currently or now, but I've looked on the channel viewers. We do have the age like 21 to 25.
How are you able to look at the ages? How are you able to do that?
YouTube Studio. Because basically, if you mark your age publicly on your YouTube account, it'll actually show you the demographic of people. It also tells you male or female, where you live and stuff. So if you're in the United States, wherever.
That's a gross amount of information there, you.
Well, it doesn't tell me, if you're from Louisiana or not.
No,
if it
I
did,
knew
I would alienate all those people away from my channel.
as you probably should.
Con Lives will change his name to Kimmel Lives.
Con Lives! Oh, every time I hear.
But no,
pictures
but
of
I'll
that,
just
it
say
cracks
this.
me up.
So I did, and we do love you. It's just that he gets so anal over the cover sometimes, and sometimes like he's admitted before. I said he has like sugar problems levels, and that's why he gets cranky or whatever.
Like blood sugar.
But I know in the past he got mad over Bones because we didn't like the Bones, and he, yeah. So I don't know. Here's my thing. It's like here's my thing. If you're gonna be angry all the time and you want me to be there, I'm gonna troll you.
Well, you probably can't eat a Snickers. What can diet? Eat a prune. I don't know.
Eat a prune.
Eat a prune. Sure. I have nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's your fact for today. Get Smart debuted 60 years ago.
Today?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Good on that. That was my favorite show. I think I have the DVDs of that somewhere, actually, because you can't stream it anywhere. I think you have to pay for it on Amazon. I think I have the DVDs of it, though.
You're looking at some of these shows that debuted in
Barbara Feldon.
There's so many shows that debuted in 1962 that are the same age as Breen. It's just like, wow.
Barbara Feldon was a dish, man. Good night.
What was the one you liked?
Get
Jennifer
Smart?
Grey? No. We did the Aaron Gray one, and then you're like,
oh, that's right, the Wilma Report. Yeah.
But then you tried to bring it. Didn't you try to bring it back with another report, another girl?
Barbara Feldon, the Barbara Report. The Barbara
didn't take.
It
Didn't take,
Listen, I can't help y'all. I mean, y'all want to be lost in the dark and y'all want to be stuck in your traditions. I try to bring you forward a little bit, but no, it's okay. Y'all can stay there.
Get back to when you're able to plan your own wedding. Then you tell me.
I am planning my own wedding, or at least I'm part of the planning. I'm looking at the venue. I'm looking at the locations where it'll happen. It's a pretty important part.
She's just like, can I look at your bank account? Okay. I'm helping out. I'm paying for it.
This isn't Tom C. Riley, is it? This is another artist. This is Andrea Jaja.
Oh yeah.
This is Andrea Milana. This is actually pretty good.
Andrea Milano's been the artist for the past couple of issues.
Tom C. Riley is
I think Tom C is on break right now.
He's on break? Okay.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
I'm not sure the show was really good today, or if I just thought so because I'm in a good mood. Are you talking about?
Our shows are never good, Summoner.
Guess what I'm doing, Zach?
It sounds like you're doing
remote.
What is it? SOS or?
But the end result is I'm watching the very first episode of Get Smart.
Hey!
My app has this.
What?
I didn't know the first episode. I'll tell you when we go off.
Okay.
I had no idea the first episodes were in black and white.
Yeah. Yep. First episodes were.
I
knew something Breen didn't know, and I didn't know enough to gloat about it. Dang it.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're gonna go support a cover ranking over there, here's my goal for you guys. Get the most boring books you can find, and we'll do cover rankings of those.
What would be a boring? Somebody should do.
I don't like. We did Star Trek. I'm not even Star Trek, but I was like,
what about Hickman Fantastic Four?
Hey, those are some awesome. Somebody do. I'll do it. I'll pay you the $5 or whatever it costs.
Have a good night, Summoner.
Those covers are awesome.
Who was in the Get Smart? Who was the undercover agent that was posing as a girl all the time?
I don't think there was one that was posing as a girl. There was always one that was hiding in a cigarette machine.
There was one that was a guy, and he was always undercover as a chick, and it was like every. Was it 99? Was it?
99 was the main girl, agent posing as a girl. Question mark. Charlie Watkins.
Charlie Watkins, yeah, get smart.
Appeared in multiple episodes where he posed as a cigarette girl in Las Vegas, worked as a pussycat in the Washington. That's 2 times. Watkins was an example of the show's recurring gag of attractive bent gender characters, where a beautiful woman will turn out to be a male. Is this not? This can't be a dude. No, that's a lady.
It's a woman, no, but the joke was that it was actually a guy. It was always an undercover guy. It was a girl, it was an actress, a female actress playing it, but it was supposed to be like that's how good his act.
Well, it was only 2 appearances, but
no, but I just remember that I was like, wow, that's kind of like out there.
No, the best one was Jaime, the giant robot. That one, Jaime was fun.
Yeah.
In the movie's got its flaws. It's all right, but when they had Patrick Warburton having make an appearance as Jaime, I want a whole movie about Patrick Warburton as Jaime the robot. That was pretty good.
Yep, though. But since we're falling off the plot here, guys.
So far. This is chaos! We do not fall off the plot here! Because the control fought, that was the thing.
Go support Chris Pratt after everybody's trying to cancel because he was doing the prayer thing.
Nobody's going to cancel Chris Pratt.
I know, but they're trying to cancel because he did that. Go check out his show he's doing with Taylor Kitsch. It's a Terminal List. He's in it's a Terminus prequel. But
I know. Chris Pratt is in it though.
He's got cameo. He's got cameo in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it takes place before the events of him and his team stuff.
Yes.
So, have a good night, guys.
See ya.